You know, I have nearly 7,000 Insta followers,
Wow.
but I didn't expect one of them to run into the back of my car.
No, but with your RAA comprehensive car insurance, if it's a write-off, you get the sum insured or market value, whatever's highest.
Oh, that's good.
Because all claims are handled here in SA, it won't be a hassle for you.
Great.
Looks like it was a bit more than a double tap.
Hashtag dad joke.
We do more. Get a quote today.
Good afternoon and welcome to the NPL South Australia. It is round 6 action here. We're live from the paddocks, and today the Para Hills Knights host the West Adelaide team that is in a little bit of trouble, but they might be able to pull themselves out of that. I'm getting some music in the background in my ears. Where obviously coming from. Anyway, oh yes.
Sorry, mate. I got it under control. Always under control.
Luch, it's hard to soar like an eagle
when you're not an eagle.
Round 6 is proudly presented by Vela. Of course, Vela is Australian design LED sports lighting, and we've got the Vela lights here, boys, today.
Yeah, some sort of light.
Some sort of lights, not Vela. I would also like to acknowledge the RAA, proudly supporting football in South Australia. Get an insurance quote today from the RAA. There you go, right on screen. And today we will be presenting the Green Play Australia Man of the Match. 2 bottles. There you go, Green Play Australia, the Man of the Match today. Today we've got 2 bottles of Claymore wines to present our Man of the Match. So very good news, and we will catch up.
Today, so
Sorry?
I won't be getting it.
You definitely won't be getting it on your start.
No.
Let's have a look at today's matchday commentary team. Of course, you can see the great man there on screen, Mark Brazzali.
Oh, I thought you were talking about me. I mean, he's appraising me. Sorry about that.
Rob Peppicelli, Paul Pellizzari are your commentators today. We're going to have special comments and stats by former Croydon Kings coach Mark Brazzali. Welcome, Marcus, and good to have you along, mate.
Yeah, thanks, guys. It's a pleasure to be here today on a great sunny day at the paddocks.
We're a bit high up here, though.
It's a little bit high, isn't it? But, yeah, no, thanks for inviting me today, guys. Should be a cracker.
Excellent. Let's go through round 5 results firstly. And, of course, coming up at half-time, we will have a chat with Mark Brazzali to see what's happening with the Croydon Kings. But firstly, round 5 results.
So results, it was a couple of weeks ago because we had the FFA Cup in between that, and it was one big upset last week. We'll go through that in a minute. But Adelaide Comets 3 defeated South Adelaide 2. Croydon and Metro, you see that's the 1-1 score there. United, a good win over Para Hills 3-0. Raiders, massive win 7-2. And Terence Carter scoring 4 goals, was it? I'm pretty sure he did. 4 goals.
Yep.
In great form. Adelaide City drew 2-2 in our match of the round. It was a great game a couple of weeks ago. And Blue Eagles still going on the merry way, on top of the table, on top of the tree, 3-1 there. And we had a result last night, which was a pretty good result there for Campbelltown, 2-0 win over Metro Stars, as you see that on board. Looking at the table, Brazzy, if you want to go through that?
We can maybe go through the remaining games. Sorry, Jimbo.
Well, we'll do that after the remaining games. We'll go to the table first.
So, Blue Eagles are leading the table with 11
go
points. Raiders on 10, Metro 10, Olympic on 10, Croydon Kings sitting 5th on 9, Adelaide United, same points as Croydon on 9, and then we've got Campbelltown and Comets on 7, Para Hills sitting in 9th position on 2 points, West Adelaide sitting at 10th on 1 point, with Adelaide City and South Adelaide on 0 points.
Okay, looking at the rest of the games, as Jimbo will put that up for today, and I think there's a game on Monday as well.
There's 2 games on Monday.
Yeah, there is,
Yep.
as you see there.
Yep.
Para Hills up against West Adelaide. That's at 3 o'clock. Adelaide United against Croydon. Raiders against Comets, also on Saturday. Then we got 2 games on Monday, as Brazza said. Adelaide City against Olympic, 7 p.m. kickoff at Adelaide City Park. Adelaide Blue Eagles against South Adelaide at 7:30 at Martin Sports Complex.
Boys, any reason why there's Monday night kickoff? We haven't got a public holiday, and the boys have to work.
Weather's nice. I think
Monday though?
Yeah. Oh, I think Blue Eagles traditionally this year are playing all their games Monday nights. What I've seen, their home games.
so far, yep.
Yeah, just probably change it up a little bit. See if we can get a bit of a crowd there on a Monday night. I don't see, while the weather's good, I think it's not a bad idea.
If we just go back to round 5, boys, South Adelaide were going well against the Comets. I think they were 2-0 up. Oh, he's here, is he? Oh, well, gee whiz, hang on a minute.
Hey boys, this is what you call love. Come from church, come work this morning, go to church for a wedding, fly home, get changed, fly here, to go fly back to the reception. That's what you call love, dedication.
Did you have a wedding today?
Sure do. Remember I asked you at the beginning of the season, but you told me it was at night time. I thought I got away with it, but unfortunately, today's game's during the day. Our first day game, and I had a wedding. I couldn't get away. I couldn't pass the wife with that one.
At least it wasn't your own.
Yeah, if it was my own, I would have said postpone it, but I would have made it on a Monday, but unfortunately, I couldn't get away with the way. I had to go to the church and then the reception after.
Welcome to Ryan Marvedge, of course, our boundary rider here today at the Paddocks. It is round 6 action. Thanks to Velo. Para Hills hosting West Adelaide. I was just going to talk about South Adelaide result last week with the Comets. Comets just getting the win there at the death. So South Adelaide in a bit of trouble, but is that a bit of a turn of a corner? Maybe? Maybe not.
Well, look, last year I think they were in a similar position where they started the season very slow, and they seemed to turn it around halfway through. But look, it's not the right time. It's not where you want to be. Obviously, you need to get a win off your chest, and the longer that win doesn't come, the harder it becomes later for yourself in the season. So they'd want to be getting a result soon.
And they've got not bad players, haven't they, in South Adelaide?
Absolutely, on paper. But a lot of teams on paper, even today's teams on paper, I can't believe West Adelaide have not won a game yet this season. But I want to ask you, Braz, West Adelaide getting touched up 7-2 by the Raiders last week. We thought Stevie G would have not been here this week.
Yeah. Well, look, I suppose it's. I suppose a lot of people would have thought the same. But I suppose, look, the club's showing still a little bit of faith in him to turn it around, which is good in that point of view.
Not forgetting the result last week as well.
Yeah, I know.
1-0 to Teacher
obviously, he had a few players out last week. I wasn't at the game, but hearing around the traps, there was a few players out of the game and whatever. But look, these things happen in football. You can turn it around pretty quick by getting a result today, West Adelaide. So, that's they're a club that obviously don't want to be in this position. So, it'll be a very interesting game today to see what they're going to pull out of the hat.
Let's have a look at the head-to-heads between these two teams. Back in July 2018, West Adelaide beat Para Hills Knights 1-0. In April of 2018, Para Hills Knights lost to West Adelaide 2-1. Para Hills Knights beat West Adelaide in 2017 1-0, and West Adelaide touched them up 3-1 back in 2017. So if we look here at home, Para Hills Knights, where have I got that? Para Hills Knights here at home have played West Adelaide 5 times for no wins, 2 draws and 3 losses. So West Adelaide should be feeling rather confident today.
Different game, Paul. West Adelaide haven't started the season too well, obviously with no points at all, and have lost a few players. Alexandru not with the squad. I tried to have a chat with him during the week, and he told me he wasn't with the club anymore, so he's not there. And
Reasons?
Not sure. He wouldn't tell me, so I know he's not there anymore. So obviously Karuska's out injured in today's clash, so a little bit thin with players, but yeah, that lineup, we haven't seen a few of the players. Matthew Di Matteo, Toniak, the brother of the other Toniak that played last night for Brisbane, so he's in that squad. Perry Mitchell is the captain, so we'll go through the lineups anyhow.
Certainly, we'll start with the Para Hills lineup, but just to remind our viewers too, watching through Facebook Live and YouTube Live, if you want to make comment, if you're on Facebook, Rob, they can make comment throughout the game. I believe you can do that on YouTube, but we're not monitoring the YouTube comments. So if you want to make comment during the game, Rob will keep us up to date with the social posts for Facebook Live. Okay, Para Hills, the home team. In goals, Tim Ramsey, the goalkeeper for Para Hills Knights. Number 6, Matthew Marchioro. Number 10, Luke Qualalanchia. Number 11, Andrew Butler. Number 16, Kyle Kraut. Number 17, Mohamed Samaro. Number 18, Pietro Piantadosi. Number 20, Charlie Devroe. Number 21, Isaac Mullen. 22, Hirofumi Kochi. And 23, the captain, Tyler Bailey.
Gee, how many teams has Hirofumi Kochi play for, Brazza?
Yeah, he's played for a few for the last few
He's
years.
played for a few clubs.
Yeah,
I reckon
so-
it's just his 5th or 6th club
Yeah.
that he's been to.
On the bench for Para Hills, number 4, Kieran McNally. Number 7, Darsim Shaxi. Number 9, Michael Jacompte. Number 15, Pierce Stevens. And the reserve keeper for Para Hills is Paul Riley.
Okay, looking at the West Adelaide lineup for today's clash. Lewis Moss was sent off a couple of weeks ago, but obviously that cup round, Paul and Brazza, he served that game then. Is that what happens normally?
Well, it's generally
it's
generally the game
Is
straight
it
after.
the next game?
Yeah. It's generally straight red
I thought
card.
they would serve it during the points.
No, it's just a game that's played after. So yeah.
Fair enough. So he's in goals. Number 3 is Matthew Di Matteo. 5 is Gatlet Tonyek. 6 is Ryita Hamamatsu. 7 is the captain of Perimetris. 8 is Costa Montes. Number 11 is Ibrahima Kamara. Number 12 is Matthew Bore. 15, Alex Christou Dolopoulos. Number 20, Noel Bonada. And 23 is Zach Zawina. On the bench for West Adelaide today is number 9, Theo Balominos. Number 14, Asad Kozomovic. Number 13, Matthew Buzalis. 19, Jaden Diamantes. And the reserve goalkeeper is Ryan Del Nido. The referee for today's big clash today is Aaron Galanti. His assistant is Anna Nevchestic and Peter Thomas.
And good old Aaron, we had a chat with him after the Raiders game. He takes no offence to being a lookalike of, who's that bloke from the Big Bang Theory? Sheldon. He's a good lad. We'll get our cameras on him very shortly.
I was going to say Mr. Bean.
No.
Oh, right.
It's more like Sheldon to me from a distance. Let's have a look at these two teams.
By
Look,
the way, Rocky Visconti's put it in my Facebook page. Looking sharp, Praz.
he's always looking sharp.
Thanks,
Mark
Rocky.
Brazzali. Look at him, did his hair. Yeah, does us, doesn't he, Rob?
And Joe Brown says, aha, funny guys. Don't know why.
Oh, we're just funny guys, I suppose. Well, it's a game where both of these teams have not won thus far. 5 games have gone. It's 9v10 today. The form doesn't read good for either of these two teams, so it's hard to pick a winner or to pick a result. And I'll get the ball rolling, gents, and I'm going to sit on the fence, and I can't see a winner today, and I think there'll be a draw.
I'm probably tending towards Para Hills. Looking at their lineup, I think it's a strong lineup. I think they've got some good players across the park there. They're very solid at the back. Midfield, got some good young boys with a bit of speed there in Devereaux, Mullen and Bailey. Look, I'm probably towards Para Hills for myself.
Yeah, I'm leaning towards Para Hills too. As you said, Devereaux came from the Adelaide United youth. Also Kraut, I think, from the youth and from West Adelaide, I reckon, Cole Kraut.
Cole Kraut did.
Yeah. So there's a couple of youngsters in there, mixed with a few experienced players in there. I think I'll go for Para Hills. Ryan?
Para Hills for sure. Looking at their lineup, it's a lot stronger, a lot more experience, and it's very hard coming to Para Hills. I remember playing as a player. This pitch is just always seems a little bit too big, too wide, too long, and it's very tough. So Para Hills will get the win quite easily against West Adelaide, who are quite depleted and low in confidence.
We'll go for Para Hills, so for Paul.
Okay, fair enough. The pitch looks all right from up here, Ryan. How's it down there at ground
Yeah,
level?
great condition. It's really spongy. It's not too hard. It's soft underneath. As you can see, the balls are being kicked. There's not a lot of bounce, not a lot of sand or what you do get on some other pitches. Brazza would understand that being at Croydon. So, you're going to get a good game of football today.
Well, Para Hills on 2 points, West Adelaide on 1 point. It's not going to be a blockbuster of a game, possibly error-ridden, but it might just springboard the season for one of these two teams.
Look, it's a must-win for both sides. So you could say that this could be a little mini grand final for both teams. To get themselves back in contentions with everybody else in the league. So, I'm expecting a good hit out. It's going to be a tough game. I suppose no team's going to want to give goals away here. So, looking forward to it.
We're just about to get the match underway. West Adelaide in their traditional blue and white stripes. Kicking to left of screen. And Para Hills in the white tops, black shorts, kicking to right of screen. Match underway. It's immediately West Adelaide through Bore. Getting the ball forward. Good header on that straight away by Marchioro. Fair distance from the action today, we've got to say. It's a nice scaffolding if you're going to launch the space shuttle from it. But to commentate, I think probably needs
a little bit far.
A few little additions. But great initiative anyway by the Para Hills Knights Soccer Club.
It's a lot better scaffolding that we experienced a couple of weeks ago. Hey, Robbie.
Exactly.
Well, Adelaide City are on notice about that. Ryan, don't you worry about that.
So Parry Hills with the ball, left-hand side of the park. Don't forget it is round 6. Parry Hills against West Adelaide, thanks to Velo. As West Adelaide just pushing it around. Captain Bailey sends it right-hand side to Colonlancia. Goes slightly backwards, back to Devereaux. So Parry Hills just pushing it around at the moment. Piantadosi looking for movement. Goes right-hand side. They're trying to go into attack. Cut out by one of the West Adelaide players there. It was Di Matteo. Back to Devereaux it goes. This is Piantadosi this time. Goes all the way back to his keeper there in Ramsey.
So Parry Hills from their defensive half. They're onto the far side of the ground now. They've got a runner on the far side there. Looks like Kraut. Goes backwards. Now a chance. Smaro switches the play. Colalancia says it's mine. He was aiming to maybe put it into the hot spot, but gets pushed back. Good pressing by Kamara. So Parry Hills rebuild again. It's Marchioro goes wide. Play there. Is that Butler there? Marchioro has it now. Piantadosi up to the halfway line for Parry Hills. Very tentative start by both teams. Kochi gets pushed back. Marchioro again. A lot of possession, but in their defensive half. Bailey back to Marchioro. Goes wide to the far side. That was Mullen. And again, status quo.
So the ball's with the right-hand side of the park. Parry Hills. Colalancia gets it in, trying to find Kuchi. Got a form with Kuchi. He's won the ball. He's got a chance to has it. Almost found Samora, and that's won their corner kick. First one of the game, Brazza.
Yeah, look, West Adelaide are really trying to play high line from the back and trying to keep it nice and compact, but there's a lot of space in the widths here, which I think Parry Hills are starting to get around them on this side. So it's a good start from Parry Hills.
So it'll be a left-footed in-swinger.
Brazza, we've got your stat sheet underneath your team sheet, mate.
So it'll be a left-footer, swings it around. And that was from...
Seen a corner, there's a penalty.
Kuchi.
I think the referee's seen a penalty here.
Somebody's grabbed someone. Not sure if we picked that up.
I missed that.
I'm sure the camera boys would have picked that up. See the replay now. Yeah, a lot of holding and... yeah, absolutely. Foul. Who was the culprit running away from the scene? Just missed his number there. So West Adelaide have given away a penalty. There he is, the player dumped. Top of the screen there, turns around, and it's 23.
The guy that...
Zoyner. Zoyner gave away the penalty. Parry Hills a chance.
Captain Bailey.
This is not what West Adelaide were hoping for, guys.
Was it
Early in
soft?
this game.
Was it
No,
soft?
it's, well, you know, it's not soft. To the letter of the law, it's a good pick by the referee, but it's not consistent throughout the league. There's too much holding, too much shenanigans in the box, but Parry Hills now. Captain steps up and puts it into the back of the net. Very nice goal by Tyler Bailey in the 5th minute.
It's what happens when confidence is low. When it rains, it pours, and you get decisions that don't really get picked up in most games, and those decisions will go against you, and that's unlucky for West Adelaide. But they're a young team. This is going to be a test of time for them now.
Bailey very cool, calm, collected.
5th.
Beautifully in the corner, gave the keeper Moss no chance. 5th minute. Tyler Bailey scores for the Parry Hills Knights. So first blood to Parry Hills, but you're right, Ryan. It's but it was there. I've got to say, it was well picked up by the referee, and now they're on notice in a shot from the halfway line. Trying to do a Damien Murray there was Kamara, and nowhere near the Damien Murray standard. But that will be a goal attempt by West Adelaide. Off target, nevertheless.
Okay, so it'll be a goal kick quickly taken. Marchioro sends it down the left-hand side. And it goes over the...
Sounds like Steve. I'm going to turn that mic down just a little bit, Ryan, just in case he swears.
No, it's
Ludicrous. You can hear the coach on the side. I'm going to bring that mic down because he's bound to go off, surely. Sorry, Ryan, but...
He's been under the pump, and he just... Something like that just tips him off, doesn't he?
Yeah. but
tips him over.
he's still
He's
going.
just got to calm himself down
Yeah.
now.
Yeah,
He's got to calm himself down now. He needs. They don't need this at the minute.
Special comments, Mark Brazzali joining us in commentary today. And Steve is just ropeable down there.
Look at Ryan.
Well, I wouldn't even think of going to talk to him, Ryan.
Not talk to him.
I thought you were going to get right to go.
He said what he heard. That's all.
He's upset about the decision, obviously.
Don't blame him in a way. I don't know, Brazza. You've been
Oh look,
coaching.
I've been there and done
it is
that.
soft.
And look,
Yeah.
it is hard, and Stevie would be feeling the pressure here. But obviously, look, the team doesn't need to fold now. They need to really stay strong here, and if they don't, this could turn into something which.
Devereaux now with a chance for Perry Hill. Centres the ball. Could have been 2 over the bar. Gee, another goal attempt off target for Para Hills. Who was that, Butler?
Number 20.
3 in it. Bailey. No, it's Butler.
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 100% was Butler.
So Butler there.
What the coach Stevie's trying to say. He's trying to say, you know, we see this week in, week out, stuff like that, and first minute of the game, you just. If I was a coach, brother, we've seen you lose your. We've seen. Well, let's be honest, brother. We've seen you lose your cool, and I reckon as if
I
you're
was one of the coolest coaches going around, guys.
in dress sense, definitely in dress sense, definitely the coolest coach.
So just on watching that replay, a big chance for Para Hills to go 2-0 up. Sorry, Ryan, but gilt-edged chance there, gone begging.
So West Adelaide go into attack, left-hand side of the park.
No, I totally agree, Ryan. It is hard, but obviously, as I said before, he really needs to calm it down quickly and concentrate on his job and get the team going again, or else it could collapse for him.
So West Adelaide with the throw-in. Just by the flag there, once again, it was Bonada. Noel Bonada wins himself the corner kick. So 1 apiece, thanks to Green Play Australia. You'll let it for... Who's just taking it now? It's Perry Mitras, the captain for West Adelaide. Will be a left-footed outswinger. You can see, I think it's Tonyek going into the box. So Mitras gets his corner kick, goes straight up, face a goal, goes out to Mantas. Costa Mantas, right-hand side of the park, trying to get the cut back. He's got 2 players on him. He had 3 players just about, and away goes Samoro. Did well. Goes back to Samoro. Left-hand side of the park for Para Hills. They go into attack, looking for Butler, but in the way it is Hristodoulopoulos. Still again, it's Para Hills. Through Samoro. Goes inboard. Finds Isaac Mullen. He'll switch play, right-hand side of the park. Conalantia. Goes backwards slightly. Goes to Hirafomu Kuchi. Goes backwards to Piantadosi. So Para Hills just pushing it around at the moment. Macchiora switches play. Left-hand side. I think it's Kraut on that left-hand side of the park. Goes to Samoro. He might crack it from there. Finds the player there. Devereaux. Pushing it around quite neatly. West Adelaide do clear it over the sideline. Far side. Para Hills still threatening the goals.
I think West Adelaide need to come out a little bit higher here, especially their 9 at the top, sitting a little bit deep, allowing their 2 stoppers just to play balls through the passing lanes. A little bit too easy here. West
Adelaide trying to come out of the defensive zone. They do now. Bore, but a loose ball, turns it over. Conalantia looks up the line, goes down the middle, but he's turned it over as well, but retrieves. Marchioro says, calm down, let's settle it down. Goes to the far side. Kraut giving chase, gets there. Looking to put the ball central. Devereaux goes backwards. Samauro, Devereaux. Samauro backwards. Bailey. Samauro under pressure. Samauro did very well, but lost out in numbers, so West Adelaide come away with a good turn. It was a good turn by Kamara. He's got no one in support. And an easy ball back to Ramsey.
Yeah, Kamara, former South Adelaide, former Comets.
Former Croydon.
And he's former Croydon as well.
Yep.
Players like to move around, as it is Para Hills in defence. Macchioro. Try to go back to Piantadosi. Decides to go to Samoro. Looking for Butler. Loses out though, West Adelaide. Pushing it around. They lose out once again. Devereaux, Samora.
Just had the ball taken off him. Did well. Hamamatsu. Okay. Back once again, apologies to our viewers through Facebook Live and YouTube Live. Power failure here at the Paddocks, aka Bedrock Park. And still 1-0 to Para Hills over West Adelaide. 22 and a half minutes gone. And a lot of possession by Para Hills, but not too much penetration, as now West Adelaide win a free kick. So it's a foul conceded by Para Hills, and Braz, I reckon that's their first of the afternoon.
Yeah.
Thanks to Green Play Australia. Para Hills now come out of defence. Bailey gets the ball over the halfway line, but no one there to meet it except Tonyik for West Adelaide. Goes back to his keeper, Moss. Nothing wrong with your smart TVs or smart devices, just a power failure here, quite simply, at Para Hills Knights. The Paddocks, aptly named. Long searching ball forward, and Bonanda couldn't get there, and that's out of play for a throw-in.
You could say we had to turn the generator on.
Well, ran out of gas, didn't it?
It ran out of gas.
Ran out of juice.
So it is on the right-hand side, Para Hills still leading 1-0. Where's the scoreboard? On the way out there. There's Tonyak for West Adelaide. Heads it over the sideline. Should be a Para Hills throw-in.
Well, Butler's claiming it.
Well, the linesman pulled the other way.
Ryan's got a lot of activity down around his microphone.
So West Adelaide will take the throw-in.
You can see what bench I'm close to. It's definitely
mate.
not Para Hills.
How long have we been going? 24 minutes we've been going. Just over 24. Approaching 24 in 10 seconds. So it is Lewis Moss with the goal kick. Or the kick.
Was that a free kick?
Walks over. It was. It's a terrible. Someone could have a shot from here. Luckily it doesn't go to anyone.
The keeper
Goes
looks
back to-
way too casual for my
He
liking.
does, doesn't he? Lewis Moss.
But Robert Zabika used to look like that, and he was a champion
24,
goalkeeper.
37 seconds.
That's the-
38, 39.
That's the difference there, Robbie. Key word. Paulie.
Robert Zabika,
That's it. That'll do.
great goalkeeper.
So it'll be West Adelaide with a header backwards. Referee has seen a free kick, is he?
Yep. Foul conceded by West Adelaide, so that's their third of the afternoon, thanks to Green Play Australia.
Just on 25 minutes, Jimbo. We've played.
25:05.
Beautiful, that'll do.
7 seconds behind. 10. 6 seconds.
That's okay. So
So-
there's Para Hills. Samaro looking for Cololantia. No, it was Butler. Butler loses out. Tonyak wins. Goes left-hand side. West Adelaide with the ball. Bonada goes towards. It's a chance for West Adelaide. Kamara with the ball. Trying to go inside the box. Well, police there in the back lines. Was that Makioro?
Colalanchia. Number 10, Colalanchia.
Was it Cololantia? Yep. So West Adelaide with the throw-in.
Game's changed, boys, the last couple of minutes. I think Westies are starting to get a little bit more possession here. Para Hills just starting to sit back now.
Samaro over the halfway line. Testing ball for Butler, nowhere near it. Easy take for Moss. So it's Para Hills 1, West Adelaide 0. 26 minutes gone. First half here at the Paddocks. It's NPLSA round 6 thanks to Velo. Of course, Velo, Australian design LED sports lighting. Long searching ball forward by West Adelaide. They have possession. Kamara needs support. Goes himself with a shot.
Whoa.
Just off target. That's their 5th of the afternoon.
That's what they need from Kamara. That's what they need from their experienced players. They need a little bit of that X factor, just to show and push these and motivate these younger players.
So it'll be a goal kick taken here by Ramsey. Played just over 26 and 40 seconds here at the Paddocks. Don't forget that's on the Green Play Australia time clock and on the Green Play Australia scoreboard. As you see, it is 1-0 Para Hills Knights in the 5th minute mark through a penalty, Captain Tyler Bailey.
So Para Hills from their defence now. Ramsey, the goalkeeper, goes to the far side. Muntis centres the ball, but to no one in particular. Ball could have been a foul, but play on, says the referee. West Adelaide in possession. Ball will come eventually to Tonic. Slowly pushes forward. Finds Hamamatsu. Hamamatsu back to Tonic. He goes along, searching ball forward. Mitras, a target, doesn't get there. As many balls haven't this afternoon. 9th versus 10th. And that's sort of the way it's playing out at the moment. But West Adelaide now through Bonanda. Turnover. Braz, if you had another turnover. Bonanda inside now. Kamara into the box. Chip
and that's where you need your captain to putting that in the back of the net. And as a coach, as you can see, Steve, if the camera, his face is down because their chances, you can't coach that. The coach can't do much more than that.
He's praying. Good camera work there by our camera boys. Stevie G on his knees.
He's frustrated, isn't he?
But Brazza, as a coach, you can't do much more as a coach. That should be in the back of the net.
Well,
what can you do as a coach?
You can't do nothing. You just got to hopefully he's got a bit more composure and put in the back of the net. You 1-1 and you're back in the game. So
and they deserve to be back in the game.
It's where you are. Being there where you are in that sort of where you are in the league like this, and those little half chances don't seem to come.
It'll turn around. One day it'll turn around.
Yeah,
so
one day, Rob.
Oh, might be too late, but
that's right.
Goes to Devereaux, left-hand side of the park, looking for. I think he was shaping to shoot. Miscued. West Adelaide come away with it through the play there in Bonada. He sends it into attack, looking for his captain in Perry Mitras. Mitras with the ball, looking for someone to help out. Goes all the way to Bore. So Bore does like to run. Goes right-hand side, looking for the cross. Deep cross, a terrible cross. And out for a goal kick. That's what happens when you're down.
Again, an experienced player needs to deliver better. That's an experienced player. As a coach, you're expecting quality into the box, not that.
Yeah, definitely. I think if you see the pattern that West Adelaide's looking at to play, they're really trying to switch balls to Perry Mitras over the back of the young fella Kraut. A lot of times, very direct to that corner. I think if you look at their midfield, I don't think we're seeing enough rotation, especially from Mantis. Di Matteo, just very static in the middle of the park where nothing's really going through them.
So it's Para Hills now turning the ball over. Good run by Hamamatsu. Hamamatsu going backwards. Bonanda. Hamamatsu looks up. G2 heavy on the touch. 50-50. But the referee doesn't see it 50-50. And it looks like he's given the foul. I reckon it's a Para Hills. Although it's Hamamatsu who's hurt on the ground. And it looks like he's the one who's been fouled. So that's 4 fouls conceded by West Adelaide, 2 by Para Hills. Thanks to Green Play Australia, we've gone 30 minutes, almost 31 minutes in this first half. Round 6 action. Thanks to Velo, and it's Para Hills 1, West Adelaide 0.
John Werner just on the Facebook page could have scored on the bench. Haven't seen him. He's not playing today. He's injured, as Jamie Good said. The same thing, injured, I believe, and that's correct. Saw him in the change rooms and didn't pass the fitness test. I'm not sure if he had a fitness test, by the way.
So you just made that up, Rob?
I did.
Nice work.
Anyhow, it is Ramsey will take this free kick. Para Hills Knights leading 1-0 here at the Paddocks. Match of the round. Proudly brought to you by Velo. It is round 6. Para Hills up against West Adelaide. Ramsey looking for some order in the way is Bore. Mantis was there, but Para Hills with the ball. Going into attack, chance for a crack with the ball. Goes to Samora though. That was from Mullen. Samora goes one way, then the other. Now he's looking backwards or sideways. Doing a bit of a dance. And good defensive work there by Di Matteo. And it's over the sideline for a throw-in. Be taken here by Kraut.
I was going to say, Braz, earlier on, if there was a stat for turnovers, you probably would have been running out of ink pretty shortly.
Yeah, there hasn't been a lot of good combinations that are happening here. But, you know, look, if you look at the game now, West Adelaide, you know, they've probably got, what do they got here, 6 shots on target and off target compared to Para Hills 3. Is that what you're reading?
I have 2, but you're probably more correct.
So, you know, I mean, if you look at that, obviously Para Hills now have got their goal. They're just now sort of content with that at the minute, and looking at just to keep it nice and tight and try to catch West Adelaide now on the break, which is normal if you're in those conditions.
So the goal kick by Moss gets good distance. I don't think there's any breeze down there to talk of, Ryan, is there? Boundary side?
No breeze here, boys. Just a nice bit of sun and a nice bit of tan hitting my skin.
Bore plays it up the line, but ill-directed. Para Hills regain possession. Far side of the ground. Crowd under pressure. Wins a throw-in, though. Clubhouse side.
I can hear the planes. They're not going to hit us, are they?
This thing's high enough, mate. There's a chance, Rob. So now Para Hills leading through a 5-minute penalty taken well by Bailey, the captain. So yet to score in free play this afternoon. Kolalanchir turns it over. Here's a chance for West Adelaide now. Zoyner through to Kamara. He's in the box angle against him. Centres it. This should be a goal. Great save.
Great save.
Goal attempt and save. Bore comes again. Shot from distance and just wide of the upright. So
Couple of shots there.
one on target.
Should be 2-1, boys.
Para Hills, great save.
Should be 2-1 to Westies. That's a great save.
Good to see him attacking West Adelaide.
Beautiful work.
Kamara's causing Para Hills a lot of trouble at the top here. He's set up 2 great chances here for West Adelaide.
So, Mark, before you were saying is the midfield being too stagnant, is there maybe a direct game plan to really attack that left-hand side? Because Barney Smith is absolutely losing his troppos at Kyle Kratt and Samoro.
Well, look, you can see it from up here, Ryan. It's just every time their back
Oh,
four
poor goal kick. Sorry,
get the
Brazza.
ball.
Kamara comes now for West Adelaide. Nice little layoff. They're in the box. Angle against the player. Tries to centre it. Gee, that could have almost been an own goal. Bonanda there did very well. Corner to West Adelaide, but gee, they've come out of their shell.
Yeah, it probably is, Ryan. Just quickly go back to that. It looks like from up here that every time they get in the ball, they're not looking to play through. They're just playing directly over the back and trying to get Mitchell's speed and probably get behind them as much as possible. But look, West Adelaide, the last 10 minutes have really stepped up a notch here.
So Bonardo is going to take this corner kick up in the air. It goes, looking for a player. It's cleared here by Para Hills. Goes to Kuchi. Up in the air it goes, looking for some Moro. In the way though, West Adelaide defence. Goes over the sideline for a throw-in. So West Adelaide will take this Kolalanchir.
Para Hills.
Para Hills. Right in front of our commentary position.
From the Space Shuttle launch station.
Going to Kuchib in the way, it's Hama
Gee, a bit of a nudge in the back there by Tonic. He's playing the dangerous game, Tonic. He's already given away. No, it wasn't him that gave away the penalty, sorry. It was Zoyner that gave away the penalty, but he's got to be careful. Young Tonic. Shouldn't be so unappreciative of this beautiful structure, Rob, should we? Just a bit of fine-tuning, and this will be one of the best commentary spots in Adelaide.
So it goes out left-hand side of the park.
Oh!
So Adelaide, a bit of a push on that one.
Goal kick.
He's won himself the goal kick. Joe Brown, there is no such thing in soccer as should be. Could be?
What was he referring to? Should be
Don't know.
what?
Joe could be a female.
Come on, Joe, a little bit more elaboration on the Facebook Live. Good to have your input through Facebook Live, YouTube Live. We're back live. Had a bit of a power failure there at one point here at the paddocks. But we're back up and running until probably half time. How much petrol did they put in that generator? A couple of litres?
No, he's coming back.
He's coming back. Good Lord.
I was going to siphon some out of my car, but I didn't have a hose long enough.
What year is it? 2019?
So
BC?
Toniak, right-hand side of the park. This is what you call grassroots soccer.
Oh, no, please. I'd like to see if the FFA Cup, any grounds get run on a generator, please.
Goes out left-hand side. Well, it is Toniak. Goes short, looking for Kamara. He's been busy. Goes out to Mantas, left-hand side of the park. It goes West Adelaide. Bonata goes back to Kamara. Try to have a crack there. See the defender. Kamara might still win it. No. Ended up over the goal line for a goal kick.
So it's been West Adelaide, I think, the last half an hour, boys.
Definitely.
Para Hills had a good start with possession, goal, but since then, they've just...
There we go. He's referring to Brazza. when you said there should be 2-1 up.
Ah, yes, of course.
And there's no such thing as should be.
That's
which
true.
is true.
Okay.
We should have won the lottery.
Yep.
We should be
No worries, champ.
commentating from better vantage points. So
Yes,
right,
somebody
Joe.
wanted to know the Adelaide United score. It's 0-0. Adelaide United and Croydon Kings.
West Adelaide now with a chance, although the angle against the player there in Mitras, the captain, takes it to the byline, but good defending by Crowd. I think it is on the far side, going on for a bit of a gallop. Needs support, backtracks, gets the support from Mullen, who's under pressure but does well. He'll go back to Marchioro, to the goalkeeper, Ramsey, lays it off.
Keeper's gone, boys. Done his hip flexor or groin.
Piantadosi now up the line, looking for Kulalancia, but giving chase. Hamamatsu goes back to his keeper, Moss, clears. Keeper hobbling, we'll keep an eye on that, Ryan, as the ball's in the middle of the park. Mullen under pressure. Lays it off to Kraut. Kraut now looks up. Samaro short, leaves it for him. Gee, very close to the line out there. Samaro looking up. A couple of hands waving, that's the way it goes, but too close to the keeper. An easy take for Moss in the end.
So Moss, long throw, finding Bonada, looking for Kamara. Can he get to it?
He's
Comes
holding
out.
his groin all right, I think. What
And,
are we, 38
he's got
minutes?
his hand up.
Yeah, he's going to
He's
want to be
gone.
subbed, yeah. I was going to say 38 minutes. Would you wait? But it's too risky. So it looks like the keeper's going to be substituted here. He's down, Ramsey, and it looks like Paul Riley will be coming on, the sub-keeper. So forced change for Barney Smith, the coach, the Para Hills Knights.
Surprisingly, boys, down here, you can see the players coming to the drink. It is very warm down here, pitch side. There's, like I said, there's no cloud in the sky. There's absolutely no wind out here. Players are desperate for a bit of water.
Boys, no comment on the altitude?
Oh, definitely. Would make an impact, definitely. But, well, I think boys, we can see from here that, West Adelaide have, I think for the last half an hour here, have really looking the goods a little bit better. Obviously, as I said before, Para Hills look like they're just sitting on their 1-0 lead, which could be dangerous for them. But obviously, as the game goes on, you need to be putting your chances away to get back in this.
Well, West Adelaide, how many goal attempts, Brazza? I make it about 8.
Yeah, I've got 7. 7 myself.
7 off target, 1 on target.
Yeah. Yep, something like that.
And a great save by the Para Hills Knights keeper Tim Ramsey earlier on. It was Perry Mitras, the captain, who probably should have evened the ledger.
Yeah.
I like the comment from Luke Mutillo. No, mate, I meant Adelaide United's A-League team. Would rather watch the FFSA.
Oh, spot on. I agree with
FFSA.
who is that? I agree with him.
Luke Mutillo.
Good on you, Luke. I'm all the way with you, mate. I just can't, the A-League is just so sterile at the moment.
Yeah, it is.
Saying last night in the NPL was the original Melbourne derby, Melbourne Knights versus South Melbourne.
Yeah, saw that. Actually, how did it end up? I saw. I think it got to 1-1, and then
Was there a crowd?
I didn't watch it.
No,
I
it
just
wasn't
was
a,
watching on
wasn't
the
a
app.
big crowd. If you want to for a big derby or big game, they promoted it quite a bit. Wasn't a big crowd. At
Would have been
Somerset
live
Street,
streamed. Did you watch
Yeah,
it
it was
live
live
streamed?
streamed. Nah, I didn't. I saw on the replays and that. But insane and a thrilling game to watch yesterday was the Matildas against the USA. What a game that was. Saw the highlights. It was absolute crackerjack.
So game back underway. Sportsmanlike thing done nicely by West Adelaide.
And the teams might go back to their original names as well.
That
That's on the
article
cards?
came out. That
Yeah.
article came out a couple of weeks ago. It all started with the Italian logo being asked to be removed by Avondale last year on the FFA Cup,
Yeah.
which I think was a bit too far and a bit too extreme.
100%. How can they?
It's a multicultural country.
It's all right to bring Spanish flags, Brazilian flags, the Union Jack. What have they got with the Italians and the Greeks and the Croatians? Seriously, it just seems to be singled out.
And the Polish clubs. So anyhow, Para Hills with the ball. Devereaux goes to Cucci. Cucci gets it cross there. Not a good one. Looking for Kraut. In the way, it's Bore.
Oh, high foot.
Kamara goes back though. That was in the back lines.
Marchioro.
Macchioro over the sideline for a throw-in.
So 42 minutes gone here in the first half. NPLSA, thanks to Velo this week, round 6 action. The Para Hills Knights hosting West Adelaide, and Para Hills lead through a 5 5th minute penalty. And clearance there by Bailey. Had a good start, Parry Hills, but West Adelaide certainly have come back into this game and should have been good money for at least the draw at the moment. But
That was 2,500 from Antonio Alexandru saying
at that game last
Melbourne,
night,
yeah,
yeah,
derby
100%.
game.
Probably more than what were at Melbourne City, Brisbane last night.
Possibly.
There you go. As Parry Hills Knights through Kraut in his defensive half. Poor turnover, chance for West Adelaide now. They are on the break. And
Oh,
here's a
okay.
chance. He's in the box. This could be the equaliser. It's not, of course. What am I saying? Bonanda. That's
Bonada. There's
Bonada.
no N after A.
And that's the inexperience right there across the goals. Even if you don't score, make the keeper parry back into danger.
Exactly. I'm just dying to say from that Seinfeld episode, Bonanza. Remember when they referred to George Costanza? But
Another
they called him
chance
George
gone begging,
Bonanza.
boys, for West Adelaide.
Seinfeld.
That's 8 off target.
Should have been 3-1.
Uh-oh.
Wait,
Luke, was that Luke?
another message?
Maybe.
No, Joe, sorry.
We could say could have been.
Could have,
Should have been.
Right, that should have been.
could have, should have,
Look,
but it's not.
Would have.
it could be even here at the moment, but it's not.
So Riley, the reserve keeper on for Tim Ramsey.
Yeah.
What happens if Paul Riley gets hurt? Maybe
An outfield
Barney
player.
Smith might have to put
Yeah,
his
imagine that.
shirt on.
Of course, former A-League keeper Barney Smith. Wollongong Wolves and Canberra Cannons, I think.
Yeah, I think you're right. So it goes out right-hand side of the park. West Adelaide
Oh,
trying
poor
to clear
turnover.
it. Goes straight to Samoro. Here's a chance. Devereaux can cut it back. No, good tackle there by Tonyek and clears it for West Adelaide. Gee, on a counter-attack to Kamara. Can he pick it up? Does so. Tries to turn with it. Still with the ball.
Gee, beat 3
Then he
watch.
squares it out to Bernarda. Handball could have been. Should have been. Referee
He's given
says
him a free
yes.
kick.
Yeah, well done, referee Galanti there. Played advantage, and no advantage came, and pulled it back, and a good chance now for West Adelaide with a free kick just outside the box. But Bonanda doing very well, and combining with Kamara. West Adelaide looking really good, and how Stevie G is going to go in, well, potentially 1-0 down at half-time is beyond belief.
Seen Perry Mitchell crack goals like this in his
Metro
heyday.
Stars days.
Heyday at Metro Stars.
So Riley, as Rob mentioned, the reserve keeper on. Don't know if he played in the previous game to be warmed up, but geez, he's going to be caught into action.
Tell you what, there's a lot of space.
Ah, that's
Right
in the back of the net.
Yes.
Great goal.
I've seen him
Mitras
score
Saw that
goals like that.
called it,
Saw
right?
that coming.
And Brazza, 46th minute. Perry Mitras.
Well
He
done.
misses
Mitras.
one, he misses two, he doesn't miss the third.
It's one apiece, so Stevie G may not be yelling as loud as he was previously. And a well-taken free kick.
Jim Nunn says Canberra never been in the league, lads. They've been
Canberra
in the
Cannons in the old NSL. Yes, they
You
were.
said- Paul said the
Nation-
A-League,
Oh,
that's
okay,
right.
League.
sorry, my correction.
National League.
National League, yeah.
Jimbo, whatever your name is.
Our viewers are right on it today.
Gee, we got
They're
very
mucking around.
That's exactly right.
Ruthless.
They are, but that's good. Soccer purists at heart, obviously.
And this is what West Adelaide need, just to lift their spirits. Can they get their first points of the season? Almost half time. There's a backheader there by Cucci. Cleared here by Tonyek. In the way of Piantadosi. Here they go into attack Kamara. Piantadosi wins it, does well, goes back. Here they go, Parry Hills. They win the ball. Mantas. Chance for West Adelaide. Still Mantas, and the referee is sending infringement. Free kick to West Adelaide. Could be Perry Mitchell once again.
4 fouls, Brazza. They've conceded.
I'd like a penalty.
I've got 3. Sorry, Rob. Paul.
Might have to get right in a different place down there. It looks like Stevie G's our boundary rider. It sounds like Stevie G's our boundary rider at the
Barney's
moment.
asking the linesman, do I start shouting to get free kicks?
Good
It's
point,
a comedy
Barney.
show down here. I'm enjoying. I got my cup of popcorn. I'm loving life.
So Perry Mitchell
Waiting
over
for
the
the
ball.
second half.
Is he
Can
gonna-
he make
Yeah.
it? 2-1. Dying seconds of the first half. Perry Mitchell hits the back of the wall this time and over the goal line for a goal kick.
It's their 9th goal attempt off target.
They've really picked up, haven't they?
Well, they probably had
Since
dominated
we
the
went off
last
air.
35 minutes. No, even prior to that they were coming, Rob.
Yeah.
So, how many corners is that, Brazza? 4? Thanks to Green Play Australia.
Yep.
So Bernarda will take this corner kick to low one. Across the face. It's a chance for Zawina, I think it was. Zach Zawina with a shot off the side of the boot. And out for a goal kick. Looks like the referee has called it half time here at the paddock. So they go in at half time. It's 1-1.
I think I'll leave the coaches alone.
No, you can have a chat with Barney.
West Adelaide Parry
no.
Hills.
He'll do
No,
it.
Barney's just giving me eyes. I'm leaving him alone.
Ryan's never run so much in his life, has he?
Just ask the referee for an interview. Your interview, bud.
Easy. Yeah,
Boys,
sure.
just quickly, yeah. You started the half well. What do you reckon how the half went?
Started off well on the end, but didn't finish off the best. Could have held them off a bit better at the end there.
What are you guys going to do in the second half to try and pick it up? You, like I said, you started off the half. West Adelaide really come. Where are you seeing West Adelaide breaking you guys down?
In the middle, man. Running through the middle. I think we'll take it to them in the second half.
Good luck. Get in. See you in the second half.
It's Butler there with Andrew Butler there with Ryan Marveggio. It's half time here. We might just wrap up some stats there, Brazza. Or do you want us to do that? How are you going there, brother?
Well, I've got West Adelaide with what have we got here? 9 shots on
10 off target,
10
mate.
off target.
1 on target.
1 on target. 3 fouls
4 fouls conceded.
and 4 corners.
It's all right for first time, Brazza. Don't worry, mate. That's why me and Robert quality control
And
here.
four
Brazza got off.
corners.
Brazza's been off light there, Paulie. You're like Mr. Particular when it comes to those stats.
Oh,
Yeah,
that's
isn't
his first time.
Shots here, shots there. Make sure that shot. Save here, save there.
We're easing him in, Ryan. We're easing him in. West Adelaide having 10 goal attempts off target to Para Hills 3. They had 1 goal attempt on target. Para Hills none really that I can think of. 1 save though by the Para Hills Knights keeper. No saves by Ian Moss of note. 4 corners West Adelaide.
Who, Moss?
Lewis Moss. What do I call him? Ian Moss.
Who's Ian Moss?
Oh, from Cold Chisel.
Oh,
mate.
Come on, Robbie.
Robbie.
4 fouls.
Paul.
Was that Paul that asked who Ian Moss was?
Robbie.
I did.
asked. You're
Yeah,
right,
exactly. Come on, Robbie. You
Oh.
should know who Ian Moss is.
He,
What
got,
did you
he said Ian Moss, not Lewis Moss.
Ryan. You
Now
didn't
you're
know.
telling me off.
and you
You
didn't know
did
who
know who
Ian
Ian
Moss
Moss
was.
was.
He's
Does
like
that-
an Australian legend.
Does that matter?
Yes, it does actually.
Okay.
Anyway, I hope you got all that, you
I
viewers.
know who Lewis Moss is, though.
Hope the viewers got all that. But basically, Para Hills started the half. The first 8 minutes was Para Hills, scored the goal, then they went into their shell, and West Adelaide came. Could have been 3-1 West Adelaide at half time.
Yeah, look, I suppose it's expected. You know, you score early. You know, you're trying to protect your lead. And look, West Adelaide have to come out and do something. You know, this is a cup final for them. They need to get the points. So
Okay.
they're not going to just keep sitting back. And look, they've been pretty good for that last half an hour. There's some good chances. Playing very direct football, as I discussed with you before, Ryan. I think they're playing a lot over the back to Mitras a lot. And the boy up front in Kamara is causing Para Hills a lot of trouble with his speed and getting in between the 2 stoppers all the time. So he's probably set up 2 good goals for them. And look, I think if they keep going like this, I think Para Hills, West Adelaide are in for another goal here.
West Adelaide have got a good record against Para Hills. Sorry, Ryan.
Now, before we go, Mark, you've posed a good question for me to ask you.
Yep.
West Adelaide have been low on confidence, haven't got any points, really struggling.
Yep.
They're playing well. Are you going to go all out attack and get the 3 points, or will you be happy just to keep playing you are, and if you come away with a point, at least that starts some momentum and confidence?
Oh, look, first and foremost, you protect that 1 point now. You make sure you've got that point in your bag, and look, that's most important because obviously you know they can't buy a point at the moment, so that one's so valuable to them. But look, I think they've got enough pace up front to cause Para Hills trouble, and I think they are doing that. So I would expect them to keep going and trying to get this lead, trying to get this winner. So look, it's a catch-22. In my opinion, I'd always not sit back, but make sure you protect this lead. Don't give nothing away. But obviously keep playing to the game plan, which obviously it's playing at the back of their back 4.
Let's get those scores around the grounds, Rob, before we have our break. And when we come back from the break, we'll talk to Mark Brazzali about what's happening at Croydon.
We've got no replay, so we can talk to Brazza.
I thought I just
straight
said
away.
that anyway. But
No, we've got no replay.
Oh.
I'm just telling you.
The generator's not enough petrol in the tank, Paul, to play replay.
Can't you get Fred
You said we're going to have a short break.
Oh, so
We
no
don't need a
break.
short- no break.
break.
Because there's no replay.
Is Jim there running on the bike to keep that generator going?
Yes, he's running on.
All right.
Okay, looking at the scores at other grounds, thanks to Green Play Australia, Adelaide United Youth 0, Croydon Kings 0. And obviously this game here in the NPL, Parra Hills 1, West Adelaide 1. And the other games being played, it is tonight, which is Raiders against Comets at 7 p.m. kickoff at the Croatian Sports Centre. And also on Monday, the other games, Adelaide City against Olympic at 7 p.m. kickoff, and Adelaide Blue Eagles against South Adelaide, which is a 7:30 kickoff. In the State League, sorry, Paul.
No, you're right.
We've got some score updates in the State League, if you're interested in the State League. Mobbery Jets 1, leading Cumberland 0, with Cumberland having a man sent off, and Playford 3, leading Adelaide Victory 0. They're the games there in the State League that's happening today.
Cumberland is struggling a bit at the moment, aren't they?
Yeah, I thought they were
Bit up
going
and down.
to be one of the teams to come up this
Might be
year.
a very good team as well. So
Well, just before we get to Brazza, Parra Hills 1, West Adelaide 1 here at half-time. West Adelaide have got a good record here at Parra Hills. Parra Hills haven't actually beaten West Adelaide here at Parra Hills, so West Adelaide will be coming out with a lot of confidence in this second half. But now let's switch our attention to Mark Brazzali.
just one correction before you speak to Brazza. Sorry to jump in again, but there's a correction for you.
A correction for
Jamie
you.
Horsburgh.
Jamie. What's
says
Jamie said?
It's not Canberra Cannons. Cannons are basketball. It was Canberra Cosmos. Yes.
I want to go to the third umpire on that if I could. I thought there was a Canberra Cannons in the
Canberra
NSL.
Cosmos when I was still
Zelich.
playing NSL was when we played against Canberra Cosmos.
Okay.
Yeah.
Jamie, was it Jamie?
Yeah.
Jamie, my apologies.
Horsburgh.
I'll stick with Jamie. My apologies, well corrected. And we have got the most intelligent viewers in Australia.
We have today.
Can I say in the world? Because we are going worldwide,
Yes.
aren't we?
So
Jamie is 100% correct. Canberra Cannons was a basketball team in the 90s.
All right, okay. Take it easy.
Just looking it up on Google
it's
right
not
now.
the first
boys.
time Paul's been wrong anyhow.
They went into financial administration in 2003.
Oh, there we go.
Okay, all right.
Mr.
Brazza,
Encyclopedia.
let's switch our attention to you because it is a bit of a serious situation at the Croydon Kings. You may be without a ground next season, but firstly, tell us what your involvement is with the club. Of course, former coach, premiership coach, had the itch. You went on 1 year too much, maybe. What do you think?
Not really. You go another year, and last year was one of those years we had a lot of injuries. It's the way it was. That's football. But it was time to step down a bit.
But you did say it was your last year when you won the premiership.
I think every coach says that every year. I think every year we say it's our last year. So and you say one more, and look, I'm happy what's happening at the moment. I'm involved heavily still with the club.
So what is your involvement with the club?
Well, mainly like a football director of the club, involved in sort of everything from juniors up to seniors. Also on the board at the moment too. Involved in just sort of the everyday goings of a football club. So I'm actually really enjoying it, to be honest. Obviously I was a player and I was a coach, and now I'm very interested to get in the admin side of it, which is good.
Can I ask you a crazy question then? Why did you give up coaching if it wasn't a factor of time? Because it sounds like the club's taking up a lot of time still.
You know what? I think I'm spending more time there now than I am when I was coaching. And it's true.
When you're a coach, it's pressure.
Well,
was it that, Brazil? Was it that one?
No, it wasn't the pressure. I was there for 7 years coaching the seniors, and I think my time had enough of it. I wanted to spend a bit more time to do my own thing, which obviously, look, I'm here today with you guys. Normally I wouldn't be. I would be there coaching
or playing golf,
or playing golf on Sunday mornings. But no, look, I'm still coaching my son's team at the club, under 16s, Christian. So. I'm still doing that, and if I want to go away on a weekend, I'll go away. So and that's what I want. I want the flexibility to still be involved, but have a bit more life away from football.
So let's talk about the future of Croydon. What's the situation with your club rooms and your ground?
Yeah, look, it's all positive. End of the day, look, we have to be out this year. Definitely by the end of the season, Croydon Football Club won't be on South Road anymore. The new freeway will be taking up half of our ground. So that's something that is definitely happening. So, you know, we're in heavy talks now with councils and governments and whoever to relocate, which, you know, everything's looking positive in that area.
Where do you hope to go?
Well, we're hoping to go back to our junior setup, which we've got the Regency Park off South Road, and we've, you know, obviously got plans drawn up already for 3 pitches there and club rooms, and look, it's looking very positive.
Funded by who?
Well, it'll be funded by a bit of everybody, to be honest, because you know, we didn't want to go. Obviously, we've been kicked out because the government's now putting a new road through our ground. So
are they going to come to the party with funding partially?
look, at the moment, I can't really say too much who's where and who's paying. We don't know ourselves yet. It's more of a council thing, because the councils, I suppose, are heavily involved in it, because obviously it's their ground. It's their ground too. We don't own the ground. We're a leasee. Look, it's looking. Look, all the talks that's been going on and behind the scenes, and with the councils and with the governments, and everything's looking very positive. As I said, we definitely will be looking at next year. Probably, you know, we'll be definitely leasing another ground for a season, and hopefully. You know, I'm hoping everything goes well. We'll be playing there in 221, latest 222, but I'm expecting 221.
We're talking with Mark Brazzali, the former coach of the Croydon Kings, now on the board, and we're talking about their potential future homes, formerly known as the Polonia Soccer Club too, if I may say.
It is, yeah.
Have you got a plan B if Regency Road, or what do you call it? Regency Park doesn't come through? Have you spoken to the FFSA if you could use West Beach or the parks or anything like that?
No, I don't think we're there yet. I think we're positive on where we're heading. I don't think we need to have a look at a plan B at the moment, because I think it's going all well where we want to be.
Does it meet criteria of FFSA criteria of fencing?
100%. Yeah. No, this will be a full football complex.
Broadcast facilities.
Rocket
launchers.
Coffee machine in your
broadcast box. I like the sound of that, Rob.
No, look, it's what we needed. Problem with our club over the years is we've had our juniors at one ground, seniors at another ground, and it's very hard to generate an income. Yeah. You know, your football clubs to me need to be all together, so we can generate income for the club, and that's been our biggest problem over the years. And this has probably come good for us, and a blessing that they're putting a road through our ground, so hopefully, you know, we can get something out of this.
They say that you know, the clubs are run by a lot of volunteers. Yeah. This must be taking you'd probably need lawyers and things involved in this sort of.
Oh, look, this year we've got some very good people on the board, you know, some new people on the board, and it's running fantastic this year. I think our sponsorships are up by 60% from the last 5 years than what we've got, and you know, we've got some really smart people on the board, and good people that own businesses, big businesses, and you know, that's the sort of people that you want to need to run your club.
Financially, yes, but there's a lot of time involved with negotiating with councils, with government.
Yep.
And you boys have got daytime jobs, I would imagine.
Yeah, so everyone's got a job to do. Well, everyone's got their job to do, you know.
Oh, the boys are back out, actually.
You know, our football club is like a business. Everyone's got their sort of job to do, and everyone's got their little areas that they're looking after at the moment.
When do you think you're going to sign off on the dotted line for this? Because
look, I'm hoping this year, definitely. You know, we're hoping middle this year. That
it sort of has to be this year, doesn't it?
Well, it has to be. Yeah, it has to be.
So plan B, would you go to the Federation if time is the enemy?
Look, next year definitely we have to play somewhere else.
Yeah.
And you know, we've had talks with the Federation about this.
So they'll have a home for you. Just in case.
We'll be working something out with them, definitely.
There's West Beach available, isn't there?
Well, look, Michael Carter's been excellent, and he's been fantastic for us and helping us along. So, you know, I'm sure we will come to the party somewhere.
Okay, we're ready for the second half. Thanks, Mark. Mark Brazzali, former coach of the Croydon Kings, now involved on the board there. Now we're going to see if West Adelaide can keep their good running going here at the Paddocks, or if Para Hills can turn it around a little bit and maybe get their first win in a long time against West Adelaide.
What was your record
Paddocks.
at Croydon? Two championships?
2 championships, one premiership, minor premiership, and FA Cup.
After the game, I've got a very good question I would like to ask Mark about Croydon.
Okay, after the game's fine. You could have jumped in.
I could have jumped in, but I didn't want to interrupt Paul, who's on a roll.
So second half has commenced here at the Paddocks. The big game, it is Para Hills and West Adelaide. It is 1-1. Don't forget today's match proudly brought to you by Velo, as Para Hills Coochie Mama with the ball. Goes short to Bailey. Was that a shot, Paul? No?
That's a pass back.
Just a pass back. Into the arms of the keeper there, and Lewis Moss.
So Moss, bit casual for Ryan's liking.
When the team was 1-0 down and he just misplaced the pass, he got the ball again, he just still looked Mr. Cash.
Could be
Like,
his
have a bit of
demeanour though.
urgency.
Robbie
think
Zabeka
it's
was
the
like
way
that.
he is,
Yeah,
yeah.
I
Yeah,
think
but Adelaide City, when Robbie Zabeka were playing, were probably one of the best teams in Australia. If not, he could have a little bit of his team's 1-0 down and they're rooted at the bottom of the ladder. Have a look a bit. As a keeper, you need to show us something, you know, like you care.
he can pull out a good save maybe. Para Hills now into attack. It's 1-1 into the second half. Kraut wanted it back. Samalo didn't give it back. Devereaux, Kraut, Devereaux again. Replay's back on.
Yep.
Oh, nice. So now Matkioro going all the way back to his keeper, and it's Riley who's come on. Forced change there for Barney Smith. Ramsey, the number 1 keeper, injured. Ball now with Butler. He's got 3 to beat, and Tonic comes away with it for West Adelaide.
He's been okay, Tonic.
Just his disposal hasn't been too good.
He's been at the right spot a few times.
I'm a bit of a traditionalist, and I was looking at his boots, and I'm like, as a centre-back, really? Surely?
Just a big kick by Ramsey straight. They're playing keepies off at the moment, the keepers.
What are you saying about the boots, Ryan?
As a centre-back, you want your centre-back a bit mean, like Virgil van Dijk was this morning for Liverpool.
So has he got pink boots, has he?
Nah, he's just a
So
mean
go-
bugger.
Go into attack. West Adelaide. Kamara's been good. Oh, he had a chance there. Skewed off his foot. Only missed by a country mile. But it's out for a goal kick.
So first goal attempt of the half going to West Adelaide, albeit off target. Just watching on the replay. Angle against him. Came in board nicely. Did everything right except the execution. And let's put the koalas in danger out here at the paddocks. So trying to pick up where they left off. They had a really good period, West Adelaide. Probably 35 minutes. Para Hills need to show a little bit more. As Bore comes off his hip. Bit better movement now by West Adelaide. Zoyna gave up the chase and Kraut will take the throw in for Para Hills in front of our commentary position. Welcome to those of you watching through Facebook Live or YouTube Live anywhere around the world. Good to have your company. It's 9th versus 10th, but you can probably tell that.
So Para Hills with the captain Bailey. They do clear it in the end. To Matkioro. Looking for Kamara. Kamara was there. Oh, sorry, Tonic was there.
Yeah, Tonic, what was a bit ordinary too.
And cleared here by Lewis Moss. As Kuchi trying to get to it. And it'll be a free kick, is it? No, play on.
Did you check the fuel meter when you went down? The petrol gauge, are we on low?
Okay.
Are we in the reserve tank yet?
As Moss sends it to his captain, Mitras. Got a bad little touch there, trying to find
Free kick.
Zach Zoena, and it'll be a free kick to Para Hills. Matkioro to take it.
I don't know if any of you boys saw the 5-minute little, and I love that initiative by the FFSA. The
Para Hills one? I did watch it last night. It was beautiful.
Yeah, I think, whoever came up with that initiative.
Was it?
No. The
History Makers, it's
the
called.
History Makers, the FFSA, this initiative of History Makers, and they give you a 5-minute profile on the club and the history of the club. Brilliant, absolutely brilliant.
Now you know why Para Hills got all their white colours and how they started.
Yeah.
There was 2 boys come from Enfield,
Yeah.
big Tottenham Hotspur supporters, and hence why the white.
Yeah, no, that was fantastic. And some of the players that have come from Para Hills, Simon Goodwin.
Craig. Simon coaches Melbourne Demons.
Again the name.
Boy,
I've been watching too much.
the viewers should be crucifying you right now.
All
if
the
I was a
Mullins.
viewer.
Well, it is Easter. Put me on the cross.
All the Mullins that come from Para Hills.
They did.
The McGowan boys.
brothers.
Mm-hmm.
So that's
Great history.
foul by Para Hills there. First foul, the second.
Carl Viet.
No.
He came from Salisbury, Robbie.
Oh, close.
Come on, where's our
Weiler.
viewers now? Where's our
Weiler than
viewers?
Salisbury.
Close.
Weiler, then Salisbury.
Okay.
Craig Goodwin, yeah, sorry about that.
Mark Brazzali? No, he
No.
didn't come from Para Hills.
Bore with a kick for West Adelaide. Up the line, short, keeping possession. It was Mitras back to Bore. Bore now going for a bit of a gallop. Tight against the line. Bore did well. Can't beat the third though, and Kraut, good defending. wins a throw in off Borate.
Used to love doing those runs in the old days. I think when he was playing with the Comets about maybe 5 years ago.
Gee, when he first came, he set the scene on fire, didn't he? And just sort of fizzled. Oh,
Went overseas and come back.
crowd off the side of the boot, putting his defenders under pressure. Perry Hills.
He didn't play for a year, guys. He went overseas and,
Yeah,
and
went
didn't play
overseas.
over 12 months.
And now it's Samaro. Almost up to the halfway line for Perry Hills. Under a little bit of pressure. Goes to go forward. Does so. Come on. Show a little bit. Samaro going. He's got crowd right in front of him. Keeping it tight. That's a foul against Perry Hills player. We can always put that down if you like, Mark. So that's the second foul conceded by Perry Hills this half, thanks to Green Play Australia.
So West Adelaide can't see the ball. Hiding behind the post. So the keeper would take it.
You know, architects, Rob. Has anyone ever heard of an architect?
It can only happen in soccer though. The poles are put in the middle of the
Yeah,
ground.
I'm trying to think of any football grounds that have
So
poles
Moss
on the boundary lines.
looking up front. Goes over the sideline. Throw in. Borate will take it.
Campbelltown and Perry Hills probably use the same architect.
Mitras. I think he was trying to find Mitras, but Kamara's got it. Perry Hills trying to clear it. Devereaux. Samoro. Kraut sends it up in the air. Looking for Butler. Cucci's there. Goes back to Macchioro to Piantadosi. Cucci with it once again. So Perry Hills just pushing it around at the moment. Goes all the way back to Piantadosi. And he goes back to his keeper. Riley. Sent on the ground. It goes. A nice touch, but no one there though.
Yeah,
Into the
Butler
arms.
should have been there.
Or into the legs of Lewis Moss.
Moss with a clearance now. Loads almost all players. Comes to Mullen in the end, but good chasing. So West Adelaide regain possession. Now Borate, right hand attacking side. Holds up, goes for the cross now, wins a corner for West Adelaide. Be their first of the half. Fifth of the game thanks to Green Play Australia. Good chasing there by Zoyner, who gave away the penalty in the 5th minute. Bailey converted beautifully for Para Hills. And then Perry Mitras, the captain. The two captains scoring today. Perry Mitras, beautiful free kick just before half time to even the ledger. And he'll be taking the corner now. Left foot in swinger. Tonyuk up there, plenty of height. Mitras close to the keeper, close to the near post, headed away. Butler doing the defending. An airy there by Zoyner. Gee whiz, Di Matteo put his play under pressure almost, but did well. Still West Adelaide now, but they've given it up cheaply. Kolalanchir back to his keeper, sends Kochi on a run. Coming across to meet
Great
and getting there in time, Haristodulopoulos.
Very, very important tackle.
Had to be too.
Two players, Para Hills players, breaking through.
I reckon he was the last defender too, so it had to be
100%.
spot on that one. So Para Hills with a throw in far side of the ground. It's one apiece. NPLSA, round 6 proudly brought to you by Velo. Live from the paddocks.
So they take the throw, goes to Cucci. Loses out though, West Adelaide with the ball, they go into attack. Looking for Kamara in the way though, it's Piantadesi. Only as far as West Adelaide. Working hard. Bit scrappy at the moment.
One under.
Not going nowhere, and it goes over the sideline for a throw in. West Adelaide will take it. I think this is Hamamatsu.
Yep.
Looking for Kamara. It goes over the sideline once again, a throw in on that far side.
Just 10-12 minutes in the game, guys. We've only had one shot from West Adelaide, so it wasn't the start of the second half that I was expecting here. I thought we were going to see two teams, well, one of them at least coming out and giving a bit more, but it's very lacklustrous at the moment.
So Boré with the ball on the right hand side, goes one way then the other. Samora does well, he can run with it, he's quick. Samora's won it. He's got three players that was trying to get to him. Goes short, goes to Devereaux. He looks for Cucci on the right hand side. He likes taking them on too, but decides to go short. He finds Conalancia. Back to Cucci it goes. Devereaux. Harry Hills, 4 or 5 touches, hasn't gone too far. Ends up with Marchioro.
Marchioro on the halfway line now for Para Hills. Just wanting to get some possession. Kraut, the runner near the corner flag, gets the left foot cross in. Who's there to meet it? Chance for Para Hills. Nice the volley first time. They lay it off. Mullen with a shot, hits the post.
What a great shot.
Shee. Isaac Mullen there. That's the first shot in anger. And believe it or not, that's classed as off target. I was watching...
You got posters, haven't you?
Oh, yeah, you're right. Woodwork. Well done, Rob. You're the best. Good to have you back. So what's going on there, Ryan? Is it offside or something?
Yeah, the flag was up
Yeah,
on the
flag
far
went up,
side.
but I'm not sure what Sheldon's doing.
Easy.
Yeah, offside.
Aaron
Just
doesn't
letting him
mind us
get
calling
in.
him that. He's quite happy with that nickname.
Mm-hmm.
Played along with it too that night at the Raiders ground. So good chance. They're gone begging for Para Hills. Now they have to defend. Colalancia sees it over the line and gee, thought it was his, but it's going to be a West Adelaide throw-in, quickly taken. Kamara now has got 3 to beat.
Corner.
And wins the corner, so he did very well. Second of this half for West Adelaide, thanks to Green Play Australia.
So it'll be a corner kick on the far side. Bonata will take this corner kick. It'll be a left-footed outswinger. Swings around. Headed out there by Cucci. Trying to find Devereaux. Cucci loses out though. Zuina has won it. He's trying to cut it back, trying to find Kamara, but it's come unstuck. Conalancia's had a pretty good game. Headed trying to find Butler. In the way is Tonyek. Oh, almost a clash there on that far side. But winning the ball is Hamamatsu. He's got it. It goes backwards. So once again, West Adelaide, they switch play. Bore. He's been okay in the second half. Looks for support. Goes with his left foot. Not a good pass though. Tyler Bailey, the captain, goes short to Isaac Mullen. Loses out. Kamara's got it. He's got a chance with his right foot. Has a shot, but it goes into the arms of the keeper there in Riley.
Have to put that down as a shot off target because that was definitely a goal attempt and blocked by the...
Could say a shot saved because it went into the keeper's...
Oh, well, saves were giving to keepers. That was blocked. Don't get me
But it
to
went
do
into the
another...
keeper's arms.
Don't get me to put another column here, Rob. We're struggling as it is. So throw into the Para Hills Knights. It's one apiece. Played almost 14 minutes this second half. Thanks to Velo, this round 6 action turnover. Here comes Kamara for West Adelaide now. He's got a sea of white shirts in front of him. Did well. He's got the overlapping run. Chance now for Zoyner. But the ball too wide for him and Colalancia couldn't get rid of it properly. So the ball comes back in again. Kamara tries to shield it. This time it's Kraut that does the clearance for Para Hills and they're out of danger momentarily.
So it goes backwards. Tonyek has got it. He'll switch it. Right hand side as West Adelaide. Iristu Delopoulos, I think it was. Only as far as Marchioro. Bailey. Conalancia. Goes short to Cucci, back to Conalancia. Back to Dacey. So Para Hills just pushing it around. Marchioro. Isaac Mullen. Could be a free kick. Could be playing on though. Could have waited.
Overzealous. He was going nowhere.
So free kick quickly taken. Back to Mullen it goes. Marchioro. To Piantadosi. He'll switch play. Right hand side of the park. Conalancia. Goes back. That could be dangerous here. Well done Marchioro though. Wins the ball. And sends it to the right hand side to Conalancia.
Colalancia now on the far side for Para Hills. Chips the ball forward. Butler the target gets there but heads it to no one in particular. And
Nice play.
Mantis says thank you very much. Nice little layoff. Zoyner back to Mantis. He's got the overlapping run but ignored. Mantis now uses that overlapping run but fairly late. Bonanda lays it off. Now the cross comes in. Mitras is in there. Couldn't get his head on it properly. Gee, poor clearance. Kamara. Chance now with the left foot. Shoots. Blocked. Shot again, but straight to the keeper. And that's one shot, one save. And West Adelaide should be miles ahead, but it's still one apiece.
As it should be again. As it goes over the sideline. Throw into Para Hills. They got the woodwork though. Para Hills, haven't they?
They have, yes.
So Mullen goes short. Devereaux. They go backwards towards Macchioro to Piantadosi. So Para Hills. Right hand side of the park. Piantadosi again. Sends it right side to Butler. Well read though by Tonyak. So it goes left side. Bonada. West Adelaide trying to go through there. That was Costamantis.
He's just gonna calm down a little bit, Costamantis. He's gonna get himself in trouble here. And West Adelaide right now, they're on top of the game. They don't need that.
Yeah, fair call, Ryan. They do have the free kick in their defensive half, West Adelaide. Costamantis will leave it for the keeper, Moss. Round 6 action. NPL SA, thanks to Velo. Velo Australian design LED sports lighting. Great supporters, as are the RAA, of course, of our local league here in South Australia. Moss with a long searching ball forward, keeper to keeper, as Rob mentioned early in the half. They're getting good distance with no breeze. It's good.
There they are, as Riley will take this kick again, a long one.
Here we go, end to end.
Coast to coast. As it goes out, Para Hills, Devereaux. He's been probably one of the best players on the ground in my views. He's had the ball a lot, Devereaux. As it goes to Mullen. Macchioro to Piantadosi. How many times we said that today? It's Piantadosi. We'll go back. I thought he was going to go back. He is going back to Macchioro. Left hand side to Mullen. Isaac Mullen. Continuing tradition here at Para Hills, having the Mullins play. He is related somehow.
So why isn't he playing at Campbelltown?
Give him time. He has to start at Para Hills first. As they trying to bustle their way through their Para Hills, but well done. West Adelaide in defence. Player goes down. I think it was Mitras.
Might be the first card of the afternoon. Kraut, the offending player. He's just going to get spoken to by referee Galanti. Sensible. But Para Hills just a few. It's 4 this half. Thanks to Green Play Australia. Just getting a little bit untidy at the back. Is it the pressure? West Adelaide's pressure, Brazza?
First substitution here, boys.
Yeah, I'm not sure what it is.
Second substitution actually.
Yes.
Para Hills.
So
Ninja Compt maybe coming on.
No, Sharsky.
Oh, Shaxi.
Shaxi. Darsam Shaxi.
Former Modbury, former
Metro Star.
Metros didn't play much there, but he's come to Para Hills this season.
Captain off.
Yeah, it's interesting substitution. Every time we see Para Hills, we don't see that happen quite regularly. Bailey coming off. He's quite the
Is that an
instrumental.
injury, or can you ask?
No, definitely not an injury, boys. No.
Tactical?
Doesn't look tactical because he's slotted in right into where Bailey played. Maybe a bit of fatigue, maybe, or maybe
he's a bit of a
something
goer,
little bit different.
Shaxi, though. He's a good little nuggety player.
So West Adelaide now into attack. It's one apiece here. We've played almost 20 minutes this second half on the Green Play Australia time clock and the Green Play Australia scoreboard. One apiece. Kraut does well to come through with the ball for Para Hills. Plays it backwards to Colalanchia. Colalanchia looks up, goes short to Kochi. Kochi over the halfway line. Davro was the target, didn't get there in the end. Hamamatsu playing keep. He's off, as Rob would say, with Tonyik. Back to Moss, who clears over the halfway line. Gee, Kamara lost his footing. But they'll come again, West Adelaide. Under a little bit of pressure now. Bore and Samaro. And it's gone the way of Bore. So another foul conceded by Para Hills, the 5th
I
this
think
half.
fair enough, wasn't it?
50-50.
50-50.
So
West Adelaide will take the free kick. Just letting it go there. Costamantas, who's taking it? Christodolopoulos, I think.
Correct.
you happy with those green boots, Ryan? Is that okay?
Not for a centre back, no.
So he's a right back, isn't he? Or
Centre back.
Twin backs, yeah. As they go into attack, too close to the keeper.
Yeah.
It's wasted.
Easily taken here by Riley. Decides to throw it out to Mullen. He's been busy too. He's been up there in the best players.
Hit the woodwork.
Mullen goes short. Cucci back to Mullen.
Free kick.
Foul
Kochi,
after the disposal.
yeah, taken late. Third foul, Brazza. Third of the half.
Yeah.
I reckon Kamara, for me, if it stayed like this for West Adelaide, is the most influential player on the park. As soon as he gets
Agreed.
the ball,
He's got something.
yeah,
He's creating something.
and dangerous.
Very dangerous.
No one else.
Every time we've watched Kamara last year when he was at South Adelaide, he's just got that little bit of X factor about him.
Yeah, he went to Comets, if you remember, too.
Halfway through last year in the transfer window.
Did well at the Comets as well. A good little player.
Fresh legs.
Shaxi goes right hand side. Conalantia. Back to Shaxi it goes. Trying to go 1-2 once again, but it's gone over the sideline on the far side. It'll be a throw in. Para Hills will take it.
Para Hills normally have a vocal
Crowd.
supporter. Yeah, they're very quiet today, aren't they?
Throw in taken.
And they have music that wakes up the ghosts.
Yeah, they've got a DJ too.
Where?
Well,
Yeah,
last
every
year
time,
they
yeah.
had a DJ.
Well, when there was a goal scored.
No, at the end of the game when we were trying to do our post-match, the music was that loud it thought it woke up the neighbourhood.
As Kamara's won the ball, it's 2 against 2. He'll go on his own though, I reckon. Kamara with the ball one way, then the other. Still Kamara does shoot, but it's blocked there by Para Hills' defence. Should have done a bit better that one. Could have run at him, but
Fourth, Brazza.
Yep.
Shot, goal attempt, off target.
whatever.
4-1.
So Bore will take the long throw. Not long enough. Cleared. Goes back to Bore. Will take the throw in once again. Goes to Kamara. Turns. Does well. Goes in. Now he'll shoot. Good shot again. As Cucci wins it. Good work there by West
Handball,
Adelaide.
yeah, well picked up by Galanti. Well, you didn't agree, Brian.
It's hard from where I'm sitting to see.
Who's
it is
moaning
hard.
and groaning? It was definitely handball, all picked up by the referee. And in fact, this is the first time I've seen him outright referee. He's always done the line. Hats off to Aaron Galanti. He's done a very good job.
He replaced your Alberton.
Well, no one can replace Dave Alberton, mate. Take it easy, pal. Don't settle down there, Ryan. As now Para Hills want to maybe make a charge and get a winner. Shot from distance off target.
Not too far.
And Samaro just telling him we're still around, pal.
Our Facebook friends once again. Marty Kehoe. Isaac is Joe Mullen's nephew.
So it's just a matter of time before he goes to Campbelltown.
Yeah,
He's got to earn his stripes first at Para Hills before he makes the move.
that's right.
So just they're waking up, Para Hills, Brazza. Where have you been?
Yeah, well, I've been asleep too.
Don't have to admit that.
He's thinking about his poor round of golf this morning.
No, I didn't play this morning. I had work to do. No, look, the game's, Para Hills are in and out of this game. I think West Adelaide are just really depending on the boy up front in Kamara to do something for them. So I can't see nobody else really. I think Perry's sort of quieted down a little bit in this game.
So Mantis with the ball, right hand side of the park,
There we go.
looking for Kamara. It's cut out there by Para Hills. They're under the pump at the moment as Cucci try to get to it, but well done West Adelaide. They're on a roll as Kamara once again looking good.
Oh,
He
you
just-
put the curse on
He
him.
just needs his shooting boots on. He's getting the ball well, turning well, but can't shoot. As Samoro wins the ball, does well, goes one way, then the other going down the line. There is Kraut.
There's a chance.
First time over too close to Christodolopoulos and gone out for a corner kick, I think.
Yeah, well, now both teams, it's a bit more end-to-end, Brazza. Both teams are awakening from the slumber. We might get an exciting last 15 minutes as Barney Smith looks to go to his bench again.
Both are.
his last change coming pretty early. We've only played 25 and a half minutes.
He's gone for the win.
Would you do that?
Well, Nature Cooped, he's a good player.
Yeah, but if there's an injury, you'll be down to 10 men.
Oh, well.
Oh, well.
Paulie, that's why we're up here. And I'm on the is on the grass, and they're on that.
You're on the grass, eh?
I am actually.
That
There was no
explains
seat
a
for
few
me.
things.
Yeah.
Right foot in swinger, Kolalanchia for Para Hills Knights. Near post and headed away by Tonyik. Not convincingly, another corner. So that's 2 in a row for the Knights. Braz has just really given up on even the stats, I think. He's just not doing anything up
I'm
here.
just watching something on the
Paul.
pitch there, sorry.
Paul's doing it, that's all right.
You're right, Ryan. See, I'm getting on his case now. You happy here?
That's better. I thought it was only me that got picked on week in, week out.
Well, you're here week in, week out.
So Kolalanchia once again with a corner kick, right-footed in, swinger.
Oh, it's a good ball.
Chance, it's going under the back of the net.
It's a good ball.
It has.
And it's Marchioro, the scorer.
Marchioro.
He'll claim it.
The ball came to his legs and just sort of bumbled it in, didn't he?
It was a great corner coming in. Difficult to
We'll
handle.
take a look at this
Look at the replay. I reckon it was just about over the line, and Marchioro made sure of it. Setting themselves. Beautiful in-swinger here. Have a look at Marchioro's position. Look where the ball is. It's just, oh yeah, no, he had to be there and had to put it over. So yes,
Substitution, boys.
Matthew Marchioro, the goal scorer, putting Para Hills Knights 2-1 up as West Adelaide go to the bench.
Diamantis.
72nd.
Diamantis coming on, and who's come off? Right.
Joiner.
Who?
Zach
Zoina.
Joiner.
Zaki. So that's the first change for West Adelaide. Para Hills 2-1 up. Can they break their duck here in the last... Well, they've played 5 times here at home against West Adelaide and have not won.
West Adelaide are a different team though. Also, Para Hills
Para Hills is a different team too. And
can't go really by stats of that.
well, it's just a bit of history, Rob.
Yeah,
Sometimes you
but-
can, sometimes you can't. A free kick.
Different team every year.
I
West
think you
Adelaide.
asked for it, Paul. This last 15 minutes could be something special. Someone's going to have to, for West Adelaide, really break this defence of Para Hills, which is sitting very tight here.
Still 0-0 the other game, Adelaide United and Croydon Kings. Thanks
Come
to
on,
Green
Croydon.
Play Australia.
Kolalanchi now on the far side. Kochi. Para Hills have awakened from their slumber, but they've given away a free kick. Kochi says, who, me?
Another substitution here, boys, for West Adelaide.
That's their 6th foul of the half. Para Hills, thanks to Green Play Australia. And Bozalis to come on for West Adelaide.
Number 20's going off. Noel. Bonada.
Bonada off. And Bozalis on. So Stevie G throwing the dice. Still got plenty of time at the moment. Time not an issue. So West Adelaide trailing 2-1 this round 6 action thanks to Velo. 9th v10. 9v10 here.
Oops, something scored. Croydon up 1-0,
Oh, you
boys.
cried
Oh,
so
you
much.
cried so much.
Yeah. So from the free kick now, Kolalanchi's done well at the back. Gets his head on it. Goes out for a throw into West Adelaide. Deep in their attacking half. West Adelaide, if you've just joined us, in their blue and white traditional stripes attacking the right of goal. And from the throw-in, gee, that's pretty ordinary. Diamantis making him work hard. In fact, ran out of line in the end. And that will be a goal kick. To
Mark, I know your voice is quite piercing.
It is, Ryan, it is.
Mark, I know your voice is quite piercing when you were coaching on the coach's line. We've heard it quite numerous times. I had to put my mic on mute a fair few times as well. But I didn't know up from here they could hear you, because that was instant reaction.
He's still passionate, that's the main thing. So it'll be a goal kick taken here by Riley.
There was a few coaches I had to put on mute. Stevie right to my right, Mark, but number 1 was Damien Murray.
So it goes out to Kamara. They go into attack. Mantis looking for Mitras. Perry Mitras looks for support. Goes back towards Bore. See, that was a
He's only got a left foot. He's only got a left foot. Who was that? Was that Stevie G?
Samara
No, it was Tim Ramsey, the goalkeeper behind me.
goes right hand side. In the way those Euristodulopoulos got it to Bore. Here they go. Right hand side again. Bore goes into attack. Well read there by Makioro. Only as far as Mitras though. Mitras is going to give away a free kick. Referee waves play on though.
Pulled up lame too, Mitras.
Goes right hand side. Looking for Butler. Butler easily got past. Oh, he didn't. Thought he had the ball, but went away from him and over the goal line for a goal kick.
Mitras no good.
Is that his ankle?
Yeah, looks like he's coming off.
Let's have a look at that on the replay. Innocuous, was it, or did he get clipped? Oh, he's the one that went for the dive. I reckon it was just an awkward fall. Nothing, no malice in that. Two players.
He's calling to come off.
Yep. He's done. His day is done. Perry Mitras. Enforced third change for West Adelaide.
I don't know about that. I'm a little bit...
Oh, he's grabbing the calf there, Braz. Is it the calf?
Not sure where. I thought it was his knee at first, but
Yeah.
it looks like his calf.
Yeah, no, on the replay there, he was grabbing his calf. Ryan, you might just want to ask him as he comes off. Calf? You can just ask him, eh? I reckon it was the calf. So who's come on, number 9?
Ballaminos. Another former Comets player.
So
A few Comets players on that field from last year. Kamara and also Ballaminos.
So all changes have been made, I think.
Bore.
correct.
Oh, Perry's got one up their sleeve.
Yeah, they've got one up their sleeve still.
So now Kraut defending. Gee, that's pretty ordinary at this stage of the game. That type of pass. It'll be a goal kick. Who was that player there? Number 9, is it? Balomenos. 2-1 down. You want to be a little bit more precise than that.
Yes, boys, it is a calf. Ice has gone straight into the middle of the calf.
Where's our Facebook is now?
Overstretched.
Where's our Facebook is now, eh?
And,
Where's the
I've got
credit with?
and I had an update from the Para Hills keeper, Tim Ramsey. It wasn't a hip flexor, it was a groin.
I think Brazza picked that one, didn't you? Someone said
Yeah.
it was a groin.
So goal kick taken here by Riley. Left side of the park. Up in the air it goes by Mullen. Still it's Para Hills. Kuchi looking for Devereaux. In the way though. West Adelaide.
Hamamatsu.
Costa Montes. And Bore can't get to it.
Is that why? Oh, was that you?
Yep.
Sighing, groaning there. Is that the signs of a team sitting in 10th
Yeah.
position?
Kraut, you can see the body language. Even when Perry Mitras went off. No one going up to him to give him a high five or anything like that.
Maybe team
It's
morale.
just, yeah, it is. You can see. Bore, up in the air it goes. In the way it's Piantadosi to Mullen. Kuchi goes back to Piantadosi. Up in the air it goes. Oh, good, nice back out of there by Butler, but reading it well was Tonyak. Mullen finding Kuchi. And it'll come unstuck. Goes to Hamamatsu. Tonyak. Short pass to Balamuinas, and it's over the sideline for a throw into Para Hills.
Yeah, West Adelaide had a good 40 minutes in that first half, but they just don't look that the same team. Para Hills holding sway. I know they're 2-1 up, but at least in the first half, West Adelaide were coming at them. I don't see that this half.
Definitely, I think Para Hills the second half a little better team. In saying that, both teams really haven't had a lot of clear-cut chances. I mean, Para Hills hit that post early in that second half, and West Adelaide's a couple of off-the-cuff things, but
3-on-1 with
nothing really to talk about, guys.
Kamara there. He's their go-to man, but he needs support. Now Tonyak goes long, searching. Diamantis was the target, didn't get there. Bore has done a lot today. Gee, gets body checked there by Shaxi. Illegally, says the referee. And that'll be the 7th foul conceded. Have a watch of this on replay. Lined him up. Boom. Bang. Down he goes. Free kick. Easy decision for referee Galantis. So, is this within range?
Well,
Rosales will have to be pretty good from here to beat the keeper. The reserve keeper Riley's had to come on for Ramsey in the first half. So Matthew Bozales, can he find an equaliser for West Adelaide? yet to register a win this season, both these two teams. Now it's West Adelaide chipping it to the tip of the hot spot, but just eluded all players, and it'll be a goal kick.
That's actually not a bad ball in the box. No one's attacking that back post. They're all making the same run towards that front post.
You're right.
Which you would think that this time of the game, Ryan, wouldn't you, that they'll be making these runs and trying to get this equaliser.
Yeah, exactly right. Yeah,
You know, there's just no urgency from West Adelaide now. I think they've just fallen into a little bit of a heap and just waiting for somebody to do something weird and wonderful.
And that one is that number 11.
Yep, definitely.
He needs some help though. He's got 3 white shirts around him every time they go to him. So let's see what they can do, West Adelaide. Kolalanchir though hacks the ball forward for Parahills. Butler giving chase. Tonyik under pressure. Cleared by Hamamatsu. Ball in the middle of the park. Balomenos is 2 to beat. Does it well. Hamamatsu gives him support. So West Adelaide on the charge now. Can they find an equaliser? Kamara lays it off. Laid off again. A little bit too fancy for themselves as Parahills come away with it. Davro, the runner now. Butler, angle against him, straightens up, shoots. And once again, the Koala's in danger back there.
I think West Adelaide now need to take a few more risks here. They need to really throw a couple of boys a bit more forward and help Kamara at the top here. They're just very static from all areas, and I think you got 10 minutes left in this game to get an equaliser. They need to do something better than this.
So a goal kick to be taken here by Moss. Sends that left-hand side of the park. Looking for Buzalis there. In the way is Mullen. Probably high up in the best players. There's Tonyak is there.
82, yeah, we've got to start thinking of that.
Goes to Buzalis.
Oh, Ryan's got the wine down there, yep.
Tonyak back. He's got it left-hand side of the park. Hamamatsu was there. Buzalis is there. Back to Hamamatsu's looking promising. Kamara looking for a play. This is Buzalis. He's got the ball now. Trying to get. He's giving away a free kick, I reckon. Referee will
goal kick.
Go goal kick.
Yeah, I thought there was a free kick in there somewhere. Just watching the replay, everyone stopped. Buzalis did well. Could have been a free kick there where he nudged.
There's definitely a free kick there.
Yeah, but not given. Marcuro, he nudged him in the back. I think players stopped thinking of free kick, but it's a goal kick. Now, Ryan, don't forget with that presentation, take the black bag back, mate. We need that for next week.
Hard to say that again, sorry?
When you present the wine,
yep,
keep the black bag.
Okay, so there is a bottle of wine.
You should have 2 bottles, or if you put them in your car, Peppercelli.
Oh, yeah.
Hey?
They're underneath the table. You see it? As Kamara's got the ball, this could be offside.
No.
Never
I saw it.
Never offside.
Yes.
Oh,
when he kicked it.
Never offside.
Just offside.
Our camera's almost in the perfect position for that. Let's see if we
Yeah,
got
let's
that
see
on the
when he kicks
replay.
it.
Yeah. Bang.
No way.
No, that was not offside.
No chance. He played him.
That's
number
exactly
5 played
right.
him
Number
on.
Maybe
you're
you're right.
16. Crowd played him on.
2 on to
Gotta put
1,
that
Rob.
Here's a replay again, no? I thought it was a replay. Slow
There you
motion.
go, see.
All right.
So Butler tries to get his head on it. Cleared again by Hamamatsu. Finds Kamara's offside this time.
That's definitely offside, Rob.
Yes, correct.
So that's 2 offsides. His half. Against West Adelaide, of course. Trailing 2-1. Almost 40 minutes gone this second half, so time becoming the enemy for West Adelaide. Parahills, now the nerves will be starting. Can we get our first win of the season, they'll be saying. As Tonyik clears now to the far side. Hamamatsu, Kamara, lays it off. Go-to man on this occasion, Diamantis. Needs support. 3-2 white shirts, but backtracks. Bore, Diamantis. Hold on his hammers. Shaxi, good pressure. And Davro comes away with it.
So Devereaux with the ball for Parahills. What can he do? Go short to Samoro. Looking for support.
Not much there, and out comes.
Now
Oh,
trying to
turnover.
go. Diamantis wins it as he runs. He's running right into trouble just about. He has. as Kamara is working hard. That was studs showing.
Free kick. He wins the free kick. You're right. Kamara working hard. And I don't think we've said that too much of any of the players out there today. That's what you want to see. A little bit more desperation. And what's the referee saying? That it's actually a free kick to Para Hills.
Yeah, studs up, I thought.
No, he's been very good today for West Adelaide.
Kamara.
Yeah, very good. His work rate has been good. He's thrown himself about. He's created 2 chances the first half for him. Just needed something else to give him a hand, I suppose. You know, your front 3 there, very static again. I keep mentioning that word, and I don't see it getting any better.
So they go down the line. Samoro with the ball.
Out.
Has it gone over the sideline?
Sure
it has.
did.
So it'll be a throw in to Para Hills. Kraut will take it.
Any thoughts on the Green Play Australia man of the match, brother? From Para Hills, caught your eye? Rob's theory is we've got to give it to the winning team.
Yeah. Look, I think first half definitely Kraut was very good for me on the left-hand side. I thought he worked very well.
No real game changes for you?
Not really.
So Kraut's trying to get to it. It's cleared here by West Adelaide. Bore. West Adelaide with the board. Diamantis.
Oh,
body checked like
shirt
crazy.
fronted, Marchioro.
Is that not a free kick?
No, let's have a look at this on replay. That's the old Stoody's ground. If it was basketball, the same thing would have happened. He just stopped, bang, boom. No, that's not a foul.
No foul.
True.
Held his ground. He just, if he was moving, it probably would have been obstruction. But just on the close-up, he just stood still. Marchioro, well done. And that's no foul.
So what? Riley will take this goal kick deep into this second half.
I think young Mullen in the middle of the park's done well.
Yeah,
I think he's
I
worked
tend
very.
to-
I think
I
he's
like
worked
this
very
boy
hard.
here for Para Hills.
Samara.
Yep,
Samara's
Samaro.
done very well.
He's a potential game changer. Looked lively when he's gone forward.
So a potential game changer gets man of the match.
Well, who else has stood out for
You're
you?
saying potential.
Substitution, boys.
He's either been or not.
Hoochie.
Is that right?
Kochi coming off. We'll get back to that discussion
You can't
shortly.
say potential.
Well-
He's played well.
Stevens is coming on.
Thanks, Ryan. Keeping it real for us down there. Pierce Stevens.
Potentially might give him the man of the match.
Well, what about your should be leading?
Wasn't me.
Come on, Joe. Where are you on the Facebook, mate?
So throw in taken.
I'm just saying he's looked like the
Potentially
most
can be a
likely.
Game changer. He hasn't changed anything yet. He's potentially. Yeah, it is Lewis Moss. He's a very potential goalkeeper. Right hand side goes to Kamara. He can still win the man of the match if he can score. Goes over the goal line for a corner kick.
Well, if anyone could score for West Adelaide and it's a draw, yes, you're right. Kamara would probably unanimously get the man of the match. The Green Play Australia man of the match, where we'll be presenting 2 bottles of Claymore wines.
I have collected them, boys, but it wasn't under the table, Mr. Perpicelli.
Left foot in swing at West Adelaide. Good distance,
Oh,
punch
he
clear.
just needed a flick. No, it was a header
Was it header?
It was a
Let's have
header.
Look at that on the replay.
of Hamamatsu. All he needed was a flick.
Near post. Yeah, I don't know about that. Might have been Kraut
go
even.
into it.
I
No,
thought
it wasn't Kraut. It wasn't Kraut.
Kraut.
My eyes are
Again.
good, boys.
Super slow-mo.
He might have got his head to it.
Yeah, he did, probably.
It was Hamamatsu.
Yeah,
All
yeah,
he needed
correct.
was a quick flick. Just like off the hair, that would have gone in.
But Riley was right behind him, Ryan. And I reckon Riley had it covered as the ball now struggles to get to the halfway line. We're about 10 seconds away from extra timers.
Who are you leaning towards, Ryan? Man of the match?
Oh, it's up to you, boys. I'll be honest with you. No one's really caught my eye. Besides Ibrahim Kamara, out of all players. But we have to follow the boss's rule and it has to be the winning side. So, all to you,
Kololan
boys.
Cheer plays it up to Stevens now. Stevens for Parrill's got 2 blue and white shirts to beat Couldn't. West Adelaide, last few rolls of the dice for them. Moss, poor clearance. Will be effective in the end, fortuitously. Now a switch of the play. Borace found himself up front there. Couldn't get to him.
I think this kid's done well today.
Kraut's
done very well.
Samaro
Done
dispossessed, and Aristodolopoulos couldn't keep it in.
A former West Adelaide player too, Cole.
Yep.
Yeah, he's done very well. He's got forward when he
Adelaide
needed to.
United.
He's defended very well when he needed to. I think he's had a solid game.
We can go towards him.
We'll go with our guest commentator today, special comments man, Mark
So
Brazzali.
West Adelaide trying to bullock their way through, but Samaro still West Adelaide trying to get the clearance.
Well, we've played almost a minute of extra time.
So it'll be a throw in. Dolopoulos will take it. Goes backwards.
Barney Smith looking at his first win of the
1
season.
all at Croydon, guys.
Whoa.
Oh, poor old Mark Brazzali.
I might have picked a draw there. As it goes into attack. Chance for West Adelaide. Bore! Oh, he should have cracked it somehow.
Should have pulled the trigger quicker.
What's his favourite boot? Left?
I don't know what he was trying to do. Just hit it.
Just have a look at this as a wasted opportunity for West Adelaide. Had a bit of space too. Probably didn't realise ball bouncing awkwardly in the end and probably just rushed the shot in the end off target.
It just came up a little bit high for him for the...
Yeah, I think he's not a right footer, I think.
Yeah, that's what it looked like. That's why I was asking his
Jumped up at
preferred.
him.
He's playing on this right side a lot. It's too late. He's playing maybe as a centre forward to help Kamara, but too little too late as we've played almost 2 minutes of extra time here at the Paddocks. Parry still lead 2-1 on the Green Play Australia scoreboard. Kamara might have something to say about that as Marchioro and his goalkeeper just almost breaking down in communication, getting there in the end.
Para Hills, West Adelaide changed their formation to 3-4-3.
So it's a big kick by Riley again. Knows how to hit a ball as it goes into attack, but West Adelaide have got it. They go short. Muntis, can he get there? Devereaux does well, goes to Samoro. Left side to Shaxi. Can he get there? No, he can't. Or did he? He got there. He's got the ball.
Aristodolopoulos gave it to him.
He goes down. He might get a free kick. Shaxi just holds on, and it's gone over the sideline.
Throw in.
For a throw in to Para Hills.
Or a corner. It's something to Para Hills.
Throw in.
Yeah. Or corner. I think it's corner by the look of that.
Could be.
And that's their third of the half, I think. They'll just be soaking up the clock now, looking for another corner and getting it. So that's their fourth. And now we've played over 3 minutes, the mandatory 3 minutes of extra time, you would imagine. And the final whistle can't be too far away because 5 substitutions have been made. And a goal. I couldn't see more than, well, we're approaching almost 4 minutes. Piantadosi gets his head on it.
You think there would be more West Adelaide players up front there?
That's right, as West Adelaide now. This has to be their last roll of the dice. They go long. Bore, the target, cut out by, this man's had a good game, Marchioro. Tries to release Samauro. And now Mantis under pressure. Aristodolopoulos up the line. Bore, a high one, heads it down. Diamantis. They've got to pull something out of the hat now, West Adelaide, if they're going to get something. Hoping for a free and getting it, Bore. That's the full-time whistle, though. Not the free kick whistle, the full-time whistle. 4 minutes of added time played. And Parry notch up their first win of the season.
So,
Braz, how did you see that?
Well, look, disappointing for West Adelaide's point of view. I really thought today was a day where they'll, come out and turn their season around. All credit to Para Hills. I thought they were probably more composed throughout the 90 minutes, even though they started off the game very well, and West Adelaide had that 35-minute stint in the first half. But I thought second half, Para Hills were solid. I think they played the ball well. They were looking to get 2v1s on the wide areas. They looked good.
Don't forget to score the goal for Adelaide United.
Don't tell me Costanzo.
Against his dad's team. Well, that's what it's got on there. I'm not sure.
Good to hear from young Dom. I
Can
think
you believe that?
Dom's got a lot of potential. I'm happy for him.
That game's still going on. That's still 1-1 there. So, yeah, that's unbelievable.
All right, just before Ryan gets our
He won't get fed tonight.
Green Play Australia Man of the Match, gentlemen, we'll go through some stats. Do you want me to do them, mate?
I think you better do them, Rob.
Again, he
Paul,
calls
Paul,
me
I
Rob.
keep saying Rob because he's standing in front of me. Sitting
in front of you.
Sitting in front of me. Sorry, Paul.
That's okay,
I
Rob.
think you better do it. You're the
All
more
right, so
experienced.
Para Hills goalkeeper making 2 saves. Moss, I don't think, made a save this afternoon.
Probably right.
Goal attempts, Para Hills had 6 off target in total. These are total figures. West Adelaide had 16 off target, so plenty of goal attempts by West Adelaide. None on target for Para Hills, 1 on target for West Adelaide. Corners, Para Hills had 5 in total. West Adelaide had 6 in total, and fouls, 10 committed by Para Hills in total and 9 committed by West Adelaide in total. So West Adelaide dominated a lot of those stats but couldn't show that on the scoreboard, fellas, and Para Hills coming away with a 2-1 victory, and justifiably so in your view, Mark?
Boys,
Yeah,
I've got, sorry boys to
yeah.
butt in, I have got the man of the match here, Mr. Kyle Croft. Well done, congratulations. Well done, well played. How was that? It was a bit of an indifferent game for you guys. You started off well, got the penalty, but then West Adelaide really worked you boys, really pushed you boys hard up against the ropes in that first half, and they could have been 3-1 up come half time. What was said at half time to really get it was a bit of a lacklustre start to the second half, but what was said at half time from Barney?
Look, we always start off pretty well, and then we just drop off, time and time again. We're trying to work through that. Barney's just continuing to be positive. It's something throughout the start of the season we've been trying to harp on, be positive, because it'll come, because really we've just been focusing on the track this week, and we had a really good week, so to push through the second half, it's something different. I think we've got a good run for the season now.
Yourself, your former club, West Adelaide, and when we seen you last year and the year before, you're usually playing in that holding midfield or midfield. Now you're playing on the left back. Change, or is that more your preferred position?
Look, to be honest, I'm quite versatile, so I can play pretty much anywhere, but I try to do what's best for the team, what's for the coach. I feel more comfortable at left back, but as I said, I'm happy to play anywhere for the team and try and get the result.
And the move to Para Hills, why Para Hills?
Purely for the team camaraderie here and Barney. I think the coaches really have an aim for themselves and they're stepping up this year. For me, it was just about getting back on my feet from last year, having come off an injury. So really, it was just to be a part of the boys, get a part of that team again, and really wanting to win games. Pre-season was good, so now to start the season, now to get a win, I think it's really good, and I think I'm really happy with my decision.
You guys are looking at your team list. You've got some good players. Looking at your starting 11, there's a few good players. You've got a little bit of depth on the bench as well that's coming through. What was the slow start to the season? You only got your first win today. What was the slow start?
I think it was the inexperience of our team. We're a quite new team, all of us. Para Hills are known to keep their structure from the juniors up. Really, it's just about building that team mentality and wanting the win. Like I said, pre-season started off pretty well, but to take that into the season, I think it was a real big step. So that's what the NPL is, man. It's just you got to come to the standards and really push yourself. I think that's starting now.
New coach, new team. You're always talking about the mentality, and mentality's right. You've got to have that good camaraderie, good mentality within the change room to get the results and grind out results. What's Barney's philosophy? What's your style of football? What's your team style of football? What are you guys trying to play? Do you have a direct route or go through Bailey, or are you trying to possession type, or you're more of a counter-attacking team? What do you go week in, week out? What do you boys work on week out, and what defines Para Hills as a team under Barney Smith?
Look, a team, we try to continue with our set plays, our combination play, coming through the middle, out to the wides. I think really if you see our players on the wings, we can really do some damage. So I think coming in through the middle through Tyler, through that experience, and from the back up, it's about that physicality that Para Hills is known of, but really moving the ball, something a bit different. So Barney's all about the combination play and that mentality mainly, because without the mentality you can't really do anything.
And yourself personally, how do you think the season's gone for yourself? You played well today. You're a very good ball player, very composed on the ball. But yourself personally, how do you think you've gone this season with yourself? Come to a new club. You said you've come off a long injury layoff. How do you think you're going this season? And obviously you see some more room for improvement.
Look, yeah, about that, trying to get back to my feet, trying to make a name for myself really, and trying to work as best as I can, trying to improve myself every day. Really it's about showing myself in the NPL and trying to go further beyond. That's really the end result. And
Para Hills, ambition, you guys feel that you're a top 6 side?
Look, we do. I mean, tough start to the season, but we know we can do it. We just got to push through that barrier of the losses and the losses. Just now for the win, I think we need to really keep this momentum going. We had a good week on the track, so hopefully we take that into next week.
The boys up top,
Yeah, before you
they're
come
right
up
up
to
top.
us,
If you can
just-
have a look, see up that tree, they're just a little bit higher than that tree. That's how high that scaffold is.
Kyle, can you do me a favour with Ryan? I want you to get a bottle each and just hold it up to the camera so we can acknowledge our great supporters.
Claymore wines.
Yeah, there we go. Just
Red for the winter. We thought it was a bit colder tonight, so we thought we'd give you red. Then it got hot, so we thought if you go out and have some fish, nice chilled white wine, it will suit you well tonight.
Kyle, you got to share it with
Ballet
us
weather,
after.
man.
Kyle, you got to share it with us after.
You know where this wine was?
No, don't look. Let's.
It was. See that grey car? That's Mr. Peppicelli's car. They told me it was under the table. I had to look in the back of the car, and it was hiding.
Okay, back to the serious stuff. Kyle, you said you're off the board now. Ryan touched on it a little bit about is this a season of survival, or do you think you can encroach more into that top six?
No, I think we can really push ourselves. We don't see it as a season of survival. I think it's just breaking through again, trying to get those results in. We had a good week on the track. We've been doing really well throughout training. It's just taking that onto the pitch. So, we think we can really do it. It's just that mentality, like I've said it constantly, but Barney really harps on it, and we really believe in that.
I've got to say, Kyle, it looked almost like two teams that didn't want to lose at the start of this game. Was there a bit of nerves that you both had to get something out of this game today?
Oh yeah, it says that on the table. I mean, to start off with, throughout the warm-up, we were ready to go. We were raring to get out there. Last 20 minutes of the half, bit disappointing. We let West Adelaide come at us. It's lacklustre second half to start, but we really showed our true character, and we came out on top in the end.
Did you play with the Adelaide United youth last season, or you injured all year?
I did in the NYL, but came through the injury late
Okay.
early on in the season, so it was disappointing, but happy to be back playing, to be honest.
Yeah, Kyle, obviously it was a great result for you today. So moving forward, you've probably dominated 60% of that game. Where do you see yourselves in the next couple of weeks? Who I think you've got a couple of. Every week's a difficult game, but I thought you were really good on that wing where you got forward a lot. And look, I thought for 60% of that game you were very good as a squad. Moving forward, there's still a long season to go, plenty of points up there. The most important things for you guys obviously today was to get that result, and you push a team underneath you that was sort of near the points. You get a breathing space. I think that's great for you now.
Yeah, no, it's really good. We've got a tough couple of games coming up, but we've performed against teams previously in the start of the season. Metro, Comets, we were just unlucky to get the results. We haven't been clinical enough. We haven't been strong enough. But from today, I think we've got a turning point in the season. We're really excited for it.
Well, you got Campbelltown and Adelaide City next couple of weeks. Pretty difficult.
Kyle, well done, mate. I think the boys are waiting for you to go in for those celebrations. Congratulations on your first win of the season and the Green Play Australia Man of the Match. Enjoy the Claymore wines, and we appreciate your time.
Thank you very much, guys. Appreciate it.
Well done.
Kyle Crowd there, our Green Play Australia Man of the Match. Yeah,
Good.
actually, yeah.
It was a solid game. All the game. I don't think he really missed a beat. He was getting forward all the time. He was defending well. Really put in a good performance to help his side win the game.
Did it look like two teams not wanting to lose, though, at one point? West Adelaide looked the more likely, if I could say, but they just looked both scared to do something.
I just didn't see a lot of substance out of West Adelaide, to be honest, and I'm not being too critical on them. I just thought that they just played direct to the boy at the front with Kamara, and I just really didn't see anybody else from West Adelaide that was going to break the game open for them. Whereas I thought Parry Hills at times tried to play good football. They tried to get around them a lot of times. I thought they were the better team for the 90 minutes. They probably just for half an hour there, the first half, West Adelaide probably could have got themselves into a better situation. But overall, in football terms, I thought Parry Hills were a better team.
I know it's only 6 games gone, boys, but if you take Adelaide City out of that bottom 3, South Adelaide, West Adelaide and Parry Hills, are they the 3 that are going to be fighting relegation, do you think, this season from what you saw today?
I think Adelaide City, they started with -6.
I'm taking them out. They're going to be fine.
Okay.
They are going to be
think
fine. That's only
Adelaide
2 wins, all right?
Yep.
Adelaide City, for me, are going to be fine. To me, from what I saw today, and you've got the Comets on 7 above them, I think these 3, Parry Hills, West Adelaide and South Adelaide, if things don't change dramatically, the other 3 teams, I feel, are going to be in the relegation fight.
Yep.
Look, I think the next 2-3 weeks, as we said before, I think Parry Hills' next 2 games have got Adelaide City and Campbelltown. So, in saying that, if they drop those, if they lose 6 points out of those 2 games, they're definitely going to be looking down the barrel. So, yeah, to answer your question, I think their season, the next 2 weeks, is where they're going to dictate where they're going to be at the end of the year.
And in saying that, the top 8 is very close. All teams, there's about 5 teams on 10 points. I know there's a few games to be played still.
At the start of today, Rob, 2 points separated the top 6. 2 points.
That's unbelievable.
So, and you've got, your newly promoted sometimes struggle, but that first and second on the table. Yeah. It's a very strong league. Yeah. Sorry, Ryan.
No, I was just going to say, you're talking about Adelaide City, Campbelltown. We saw them only a couple of weeks ago, and they're not the teams that they were last year. Unfortunately, I think Campbelltown will be making the top 6, but
I think Campbelltown are a better team.
Para Hills, the Campbelltown, they're beatable teams. They're not the only teams that have really caught my eye this year and really are defining and saying they are tough games is probably Adelaide Olympic, Adelaide Blue Eagles, Raiders. Those 3 teams are really, really are the ones that are pulling away or really defining themselves as the teams to beat this year. If you're looking at Adelaide City, a beatable team. If you're looking at Campbelltown, unfortunately this season, they are a beatable team. They will get better as the season progresses. But right now, round 7 and 8 next week, Para Hills can't be going in. They are beatable teams.
Campbelltown have improved their team from last year, so wait till the end of the year, mate.
But we're talking about round 7 and 8.
I agree, but Campbelltown will be up there.
I'm not saying Campbelltown won't be. I think Campbelltown are definitely a top 6 team. But if we're talking about round 7 and 8, right now, as we speak, those 2 teams.
Well, Campbelltown beat Metros 2-0 last night, so that's.
We've gone
Metros
from a discussion on relegation to these boys talking about the top. I think the tops. From the top 9 are pretty close. Yeah. All right, it's 10, 11, 12 that I think is going to be there's going to be a fair gap. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? There's already a gap now forming. Para Hills, West Adelaide, and South Adelaide to me are going to be fighting in a relegation.
But Kyle said it straight out. They are a new team. If you look at Para Hills, their midfield, their forward line, and they are a completely a new team.
Yeah, but did you see anything exciting today, Ryan?
Not 100%. No, I didn't see anything exciting. Right. But surprisingly, a win, and Mark can say a win can do a lot of things for a change room.
Look, I think it's too early to call. I think we're still early in the season. I mean, and you're right, Ryan. I mean, look, if Para Hills win next week, they're on 6 points at the moment. They win next week, and a couple of results go their way. They're knocking on the top 6 door already. So, I think it's still.
Para Hills on 5 points.
So I'm looking at. You know what? I need my glasses. Sorry, 5 points.
Okay. That's right. Rob's got a
so they're still. It just needs, because it's so tight.
Yeah.
You just need 1 or 2 results in a row, and all of a sudden you're jumping people.
If we're looking at relegation teams, if we are looking at relegation teams, I think personally myself, what I've seen of South Adelaide, I reckon they're going to be struggling. Yeah. They are going to be battling. West Adelaide, at the moment. And you know what? It's easy to point the finger at the coach. It's easy to say Stevie's job is out for line. But West Adelaide are very unstable. From the top, the club's unstable. Yeah,
That's a big call. What's he saying?
No, but how many coaches have they gone through in the last 2 seasons?
You're talking about administration.
Have some stability within your club. Don't always point the finger at the coach and just sack him and bring another coach. It's just proven the last couple of years.
They lost to Titchu Gully last week.
It doesn't matter.
It doesn't matter. They lost 7-2.
Let him fight the season.
In English Premier League, in the Italian League, that coach would have been sacked.
Let him fight the season.
I'm sorry.
Let's compare apples with apples.
I'm sorry. West Adelaide have got no stability at the club, hence why the results aren't going their way this season. Hence why there was a mass exodus of players at the start of the season. It starts from the top and it filters down. Every business owner can tell you that.
It's happening now. Alexandru's walked away.
Exactly
from the
right. So you've got no stability at the top and it's affecting results on the park. Stop pointing the fingers at coaches and look at the top, because it's easy to sack the coach and point the finger.
When do you blame the coach then?
When do you blame the coach?
When they lose no games the whole season?
Why don't you give him the season? Why don't you let him
time
to work his genre?
This isn't a soccer show per se, so if we can just wrap up the results of today.
Ryan, didn't you want to ask Mark something?
I did want to ask Mark something. You've beat you at West Adelaide, Adelaide City Raiders. Why Croydon? What's your affiliation? Why Croydon? You've been there for such a long time now, but you never had a playing career. I've always wanted to know why Croydon. You went there 7, 8, or you started in the younger or the reserves and that, and you worked your way up to the senior job. What attracted you to Croydon?
It was by chance through a mutual friend, which was the president at the time, which was Tony Violi.
Oh.
And
Phil Scardinho too?
No. This was back in 2010, I think it was. 2010, 2011. And I wasn't doing much, and I was just watching games, and I had my nephew playing under 16s there and 17s, and they were looking for a coach, and he said, "Do you want to get involved?" And I said, "I'll have a go," and that was it.
And now you're on the board and you work the club.
Yeah, and
was that Jared?
Jared, yeah. So Jared was very young at that stage, and he was playing there, and I just sort of said, "Yeah, I'll help out." And look, it was a good club, and we a lot of sort of different people involved in the club, and I was fortunate enough to have a lot of success there in the last 6 years, and that's probably what's kept me there. Obviously we've had a good run in the last 6 or 7 years, and now I feel not obliged, but
you want to give something back.
I feel like that I built something there, helped build something, and I want to keep it going.
I'm a bit worried about the generator behind us, so boys, I want to wrap this up quicker before we get cut
Jim's
off.
tiring out.
Yeah, that's right. He's on the bike. We can't get him going too. Let's wrap up the results of round 6 so far, and there are a couple of games coming up. Rob, you got that under control? No?
Yeah, maybe.
So Campbelltown round 6 started last night. Yeah. Go.
Yeah, last night 2-0 winners over Metro Stars. Today's results, as you saw, it was Adelaide United and Croydon Kings was a 1-1 draw, and Parry Hills in our match of the round 2-1 winners over West Adelaide. Tonight at 7 p.m. down at the Croatian Sports Centre, it is Raiders against Comets, which will be a pretty good game.
That's a great venue too.
It is a great venue.
I'd like to have a residency there. Can we ask that we do all games there?
Why is that? Oh, you like just where
it's
it
just
is?
the best. it's very conducive to
Blue
commentary.
Eagles, we've still got to go to.
Oh yes, that's Blue Eagles
that's
is good.
Yep,
Too. Absolutely.
Adelaide City on Monday up against Olympic at 7 p.m. kickoff at the Adelaide City Park, and then on the 7:30 p.m. kickoff on Monday, it is Blue Eagles against South Adelaide at the Martin Sports Complex. That'll be a dangerous game for Blue Eagles
against South Adelaide, for real.
Mark, just remind me next week what the scoreline will be in that game.
Certainly, I'd like to thank Mark Brazzali for joining us today in commentary. I hope you enjoyed it.
Yeah, it was great. Yeah.
Just got to work on those stats a bit for him. I've got to keep Ryan happy, otherwise.
You stick to the stats.
That's why we
just a quick mention on the Facebook. Joe Brown, the last mention. West Adelaide have always been a basket case.
Yeah, that's a bit harsh, Joe, but I don't know about that.
Hardcore.
It is a bit hard, but anyway, not a great game. It was 9v10 today. Hope you enjoyed it. We'd like to thank the entire LSA team, starting from Ryan Marveggio right down there at the bottom of our screen, our boundary rider, to right on top of us here. Hope their noses aren't bleeding. Chappie and Pete Senior, and down below us, Jimbo, who's running on the generator. And
he's still on the bike.
Of course, your two commentators, Rob Peppicelli and Paul Pilazzari.
Thanks,
we hope you enjoyed it this afternoon. We'll be back next week. Until then, enjoy the goals.
So why do RAA members enjoy that winning feeling?
Well, because having access to a range of trusted products gives them peace of mind. And the more RAA products they have, the more they save. And they get discounts at a huge range of events and retail partners. And they feel good about RAA community programs and sponsorships.
You guys don't miss a thing, do you?
It's all part of how we do more for our members and for South Australia.